Blanky. You got the blankie on today?
It says you're live, so now we know when you go live.
It says you're live now, right?
Yeah,
So just wanted to get you talking about your blankie going live.
live and alive.
You're like Linus.
Oh man.
Why you gotta do me like that? man? It is just awful. This is gonna be one heck of a show.
Okay. Yeah.
Welcome everyone to the 108th episode of the Home Theater Hub. Welcome back, everyone. What's going on, Paul, with your champagne koozie holder? Koozie. Can that be considered a koozie?
Yeah. Koozie keeps your hands from getting cold from holding the beer.
Okay.
That's what a koozie is.
No, I thought the koozie was supposed to keep the beer cold.
Oh, that's a myth.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
So-
who drinks a beer that slow?
That is true. You shouldn't
You know,
shouldn't
I
be
mean,
that
even
slow for sure.
People that sip on it that doesn't get that sticky.
No, I like my
Hey.
beer to be like almost floating with ice. That's how cold I
Dog
like
likes to sip on his beer, man.
it. Yeah, I sip
Oh,
on my
yeah.
beer.
This is a bougie one today.
What do we got? Let's make you Cherry Jubilee Quad barrel aged.
Yep.
Barrel aged, nice.
It's
What's the percentage of alcohol in that one? 12.9. Woo!
it's a
Shit,
little
we
bit.
need to end the show by like 10 o'clock because Paul's going to be falling out of his seat.
I got like 5 more of these to go. dude. Mm.
Oh, boy. How do I get you back to the... There we go.
Gotta pray for you, man.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Mr. Abe.
Talk of the devil, man.
Look, I just spoke him. I just spoke you up.
Oh, I hope nothing bad.
No, I was like, man, I haven't heard from Abe in like a couple weeks or so. So I didn't know.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Happy New
everybody.
Year. Happy New Year.
Yeah. I watched the New Year special. You guys jumped on. I was where was I? Oh man, I was somewhere with the family. So I was in Florida. I was actually in Florida. I went to Tampa,
Okay.
St. Pete's. We went to St. Pete's
Ooh,
and went to Clearwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Actually, since that last time I went down and saw you in Florida, and I went up and stayed at St. Pete's and went and visited the guy in Tampa. Oh, my brain just died.
Chuck.
Chuck. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we visited Chuck. Well, I stopped by in St. Pete and I said, I really like this place. It's pretty cool. And I wanted to go to the Salvador Dali Museum. So I didn't get a chance to. So brought the family. We went to St. Pete's, went to the Salvador Dali Museum and Clearwater Aquarium. It was fun.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I did the aquarium in Tampa. That was pretty nice. It was
Yeah.
called the Florida Aquarium. So I don't know if it's. And by the way, if you guys see me looking over this way, I'm looking at the college football playoffs, the Miami and Ole Miss game right now. So.
Yeah.
So don't have any interest in Miami. I'm a Seminoles fan, so but yeah. So anyway, so good to have you back on the show, Abe. Appreciate you jumping back in. We had a fun little show last week.
Yeah,
And,
I saw that.
I actually got called out by C-Big. Chuck called me. He's like, "Man, y'all didn't tell me you. I was texting with you. You didn't even tell me you were going to do a show. I would have jumped on."
I didn't know you were either. And then I happened to see it like, oh my God, they did a show. I was like, but I was
made
already
the decision in like an
Surprise
hour
show,
before,
man.
right?
Yeah, it was literally like within the hours
It
decision.
was like,
so.
yeah, and it was even because I think we were not even planning on it, but we had a few people ask. We were like,
Hey.
okay, let's just go.
Yeah,
live.
I didn't watch it. I was in that late, and I was like, it's like you guys were having fun. That was awesome.
Yeah, we definitely had a good time.
Yeah.
It was, and that's truthfully how I'd love for the show to be. How for the show to flow, right? Have people jump in and jump out and
Yep.
show their updates to the theater. Show whatever. Just talk the talk. Because we don't get to talk to anybody else but our spouses that don't give a shit.
Wait, your
right?
spouse talks
Yeah.
to you?
No,
Well,
she just
you're doing
pretends to
better
listen.
than me.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
like this. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That sounds good. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm
So-
not getting involved in that. Conversation.
Probably better not. Huh?
Yeah,
I tried to have a
comment.
I tried to have a conversation with Ike and his wife the other day. They were driving in the car together on speaker.
Yeah,
I
what'd you
was
say?
like, good, she can
Hey,
hear you. So
when are you gonna get that $30,000 storage thing?
it was around. That was the type of conversation, actually.
it
Not
was a-
30,000, but
It was a closed door offer, is what it was.
closed
It was a closed door offer. It was kind of like a listing before it came. You know, a house before it hits the MLS. You know, the insider trade stuff. You know, so
Mhm.
Yeah, awesome.
no, but man, I it's been a quick week. I mean, super quick for me. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah.
gosh, man, when you have a day off, you know, from work, and then you try to come back and get caught up on everything, it's just super quick. I was just telling Ike I need a vacation. I didn't, you know, I'm just burnt out. So I'm thinking of taking a vacation the beginning of February or something like that. So
That's how you do it,
Yeah.
man. You gotta refuel yourself.
yeah, for sure. So Ike, what you been up to this week?
staying out of trouble.
Oh, you know what? I forgot you owe us a tour today too.
Oh, I do.
I forgot about
You
that.
remembered.
I forgot. I just remembered now.
You got memory, man.
Mhm.
Gosh.
You ain't messing around.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. I'm happy to see those
It was
appearing
supposed to be
speakers.
Paul, so Paul wouldn't remember, right?
Oh yeah, no,
I
Oh,
wouldn't have remembered. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
I think because Ike sent me a message, sent Paul and I a message of a topic that we should cover. So I think he was trying to divert us. You know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
probably. I can see that. I can see it. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I wouldn't
think
do
he's
that.
smooth
Look
like
at
that.
me. You know I wouldn't do
I
that.
think he was trying to divert us from showing that Aperion Theater.
You can't believe I would do that, man. But yeah, it was a good week going back to work after almost 3 weeks out.
Oh
So
man, you had a nice vacation.
I had to figure out what my password was and go read over my job description again so that I could be.
What is it that I do again?
Yeah. Oh,
And
man.
and why?
And why are we doing this? Who made that decision? Me? No, heck no. I didn't do that. You know,
Sound
but
right.
yeah, it went on. It went on pretty quick. The kids finally went back to school today, so it was a quiet time in the house today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you got to take advantage of that and watch some movies.
Interestingly enough, I did not.
Well, okay.
I kind of wanted them at home. I don't know why, but yeah. No, I did not. It's, first week back at work is just catching up on a lot of things and
For sure.
cleaning up. But yes, I did get a movie though that I plan to watch, which a lot of people have been watching.
There you go.
Yeah, so
Sean Aries.
Amazon filled me. I pre-ordered the Steel book, which was supposed to have come in a few days ago, but Amazon rescheduled it for sometime in February or
Ooh.
whatever, like end
I'll
of the
tell you,
month.
Amazon is slipping.
Yeah,
They
they're
have
pretty
been lately. I'll be honest with you.
So
Hey,
They
David,
I went to Walmart and ordered this today and got it today.
See?
So
Wow.
Look at
Amazon, I don't know.
for is that the Steel edition?
No, this is not the Steel, but
Okay.
there was no need for me to go pre-order another Steel book.
Yeah. Okay.
But with the reviews that I haven't seen about the movie, I figured it wouldn't hurt having two. So I might just collect the Steel book instead of opening it and just use this one.
So another
hurt.
one, Gene. I still talk to Gene all the time. Well, not as much as we used to. Like we used to talk like every couple days, but he said that Predator Badlands is a base overload for the home theater, and that just came out on digital. So you guys might want to check that out. I told him I was going to wait for the price to drop. He says, "Don't wait, get it." So
I mean, how many seconds of base, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
'Cause sometimes you hear that, but it's probably just one scene that lasted 6 seconds. And I'll go buy
Yeah.
a whole movie just for that.
Yeah, no, I'll see. I mean, it's not terribly expensive. I think it's like $29 on the Kaleidoscape, 24 something like that.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to wait because I've been buying movies like they're cupcakes falling out of the back of a truck for a fat kid. So I've been buying movies like crazy. Yeah, it's $29. So I'm just trying to preserve.
What has Kaleidoscape got on sale this week? Huh?
Yeah, I got a bunch of good movies on sale for the.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
but I've been trying to do like the content sets and stuff like
Yeah.
that, unless it's an absolute banger that I have to get and I have to see. Right.
Right.
Yeah, and talking about movies on sale or for sale or whatever, Amazon actually has a limited time offer. 3 movies for $33 going on.
Uh-oh.
And the lineup looks pretty solid.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I looked at it a little bit early. Thank you, Scotty O, for sharing.
Yeah, thanks, Scotty, for sharing that on the Home Theater Hub Facebook group. If you
Yes.
would like to be a part of that, please reach out to us and we'll get you added.
Yeah,
you
we
know.
don't have
So,
as much activity on there as we should, but you know,
yeah, hopefully we can change that this year.
yeah, for sure.
I'm hoping that we can ramp that up. But yeah, check it out. They have pretty good lineup of movies for $33 for 3. Not bad.
So just the movie to talk, just the one movie to talk about. That's it. For the week?
It was actually, yeah, I think that actually another movie.
Besides The Sound of Music.
No,
Besides,
no, look, it's always going to be The Sound of Music.
so Ike, what about other music like South Pacific? You like those?
Yes.
Have you seen that one?
I love South Pacific. I love
Very
King
good
and
one.
I, all of them.
That's cool.
All right. So what's going on with our video?
Oh,
What do you mean?
Good video.
Last we spoke, you were working on the Aperion video.
Yeah, it's gonna go out, but
Oh.
we're gonna do the tour. I'm gonna give you guys a few insight on it.
Oh, nice.
The editing is just killing me.
I hear you.
Editing-
Tron Ares and Predator Badlands. Great experience. Great to start 2026.
yeah.
Thanks for that, Andrew. Appreciate that.
Is that on in this? That's in the Kaleidoscape store?
Yep, just dropped Tuesday. I was hoping I got my family coming over this weekend for kind of the first, I don't know, I guess look at the theater. You know what I mean? They asked me about it over the holidays, so we're gonna have like a little movie party, even though it's not, you know, aesthetically done or whatever, but have like a little movie party for the family. Didn't get anything done that I needed to get done prior to that, so I was gonna put up all the blocking and stuff like that and build the window frame stuff out, but just didn't happen. But anyway, it'll still be good, still be fun. I mean, so I got them coming over. But yeah, so I don't know what led me into saying that, but sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder there.
There's barely any thunder here, but
Yeah, we always like getting an update of where your theater is at.
yeah, we have
It's almost.
That was there.
we haven't made a joke about
Oh
it.
man.
Well,
But
look, you can't make a joke. It's a functioning theater. It works. I'm
It
enjoying
it
it.
does.
It's a
Hey,
functioning theater. It's
honestly,
it's there. You're giving them a good time, but you're a quarter inch short from hitting the G spot.
but you know what?
the B spot, the base spot.
Yeah, you need to just finish. You need to finish it. It's an amazing time right now.
Maybe if I lose a couple pounds, I might grow that inch.
Okay.
I don't even know where
That's
I don't
true.
even know where we are, but let's reel back
Yeah, I'm
in.
just
guys.
well, I don't know nothing.
Let's reel it
Yeah.
back in. We're lost.
It's all about depth, right? What is your
Perception.
perception? What is your perception of depth?
Depth perception for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, last night I know Paul and I spent a couple of hours trying doing
Ooh.
some calibration.
Oh, I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I knew I had to with friends like you. Yeah, I had to clarify that. But yeah, we spent a couple of hours doing some subwoofer calibration and
Oh, nice.
REW and all that
Wow.
fun stuff. So yeah,
Was there? So where was that, in the main theater or the?
yeah, in the main
okay.
theater.
So that
Yeah, in the main theater. So
how was Paultronics? Was it pretty good?
Paultronics.
Paultronics.
as good as Paul can can dial
Well,
in
we
subwoofers.
spent 3 hours getting
Well, we spent
everything
3
working, and
hours
then
figuring
45
out the
minutes
damn
calibrating.
cables every
So-
time. Every time
It's like, God damn, this is always the case.
changing HDMI cables and USB
Mhm.
cables, and it's like, what the heck is going on here? You-
That's why, yeah, man, I tell you, it's just one of those things. It's just tough.
So what were the billable hours, Paul? Was it 3?
Mhm.
Was it 4? Was it 3 or was it 45 minutes or 3 hours billable
Well,
hours?
you're paying for the billable hours, actually. So you need to take that. You need to get to recoup that from Ike over there. The
I'm
billable
just-
hours is, I get to, come on here and you're fitting the bill for me to have a good time, every week on StreamYard
I hear you.
and
Let your
and working your tail off,
your PDR is coming up, so we're gonna have to look at your performance for the year.
Oh, God.
Hey, y'all are
I'm
crazy.
glad
Back-
ChatGPT
back to
exists just for
subwoofer.
that right now. I'm like,
Okay.
I never knew how to put it in words, and now I do because someone else does it. I say I worked my ass off, and this is how I did it, but I don't know how to make it sound amazing. Oh, wow!
Exactly.
Looks like I did 1,000 times more than what.
Yeah, I had to do
Anyway.
I had to do my self review also for the
Yeah.
year.
You have to give yourself your own review.
Yeah, you give it
Yeah.
you give a review, and then your manager goes
Mhm.
behind you and
Yep,
and
exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, I think I've worked some places before where they do this, where you have to self-review yourself, and like, is something wrong with you if you give yourself, "Hey, I'm doing great, I'm doing fantastic, everything's going well," and like, there's something wrong if you do that. They're like, well, why shouldn't there be? Just
Yeah.
hey,
I
oh
mean,
no,
you
you're not
just
supposed to
be
be.
honest with yourself. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like
It's like out
I
of 1 out of 5, you're supposed to never give yourself a 5. It's like, why not?
correct.
Yeah.
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 I'm
Well,
giving
yeah.
myself a
Anyways,
5.
I won't go down that rabbit hole. Anyway, so how about
Give
you?
yourself a 5. So
Yeah, I
that
was
when
like,
they
hey
drop it, they
man,
drop
come
it
on
to a
now.
4.
I'm drinking a good beer. Let's not go down that annoyance conversation. I could talk about that for hours.
Okay.
Yeah. So what about you, Paul? How was your week, sir?
Week was good. I the speaker, you saw the speaker that I finished finally,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how
Well,
did that come out?
As smart as I am, I'm also a complete effing idiot. Yeah.
Just
I
a
did all
little
the
bit.
math, all the calculations, and for the
You'll be
tweeter
quiet
and the
on that one.
mid, and all this stuff for this space and all this. Well, somebody forgot that there's 2 mid drivers in there.
Ah.
Did not
So I was
calculate.
like, God damn it, that's your typical engineer, right? You can't get out of their own way because I did all this, blah, 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 and then it was like the most basic thing. It's like, oh,
So the
son
box
of-
should have been bigger.
Yeah, I didn't
For
account for
cubic.
2. I did all the math and stuff for the 1 mid driver to figure out how
Mm.
much space and all this stuff, and I forgot to double that airspace. So,
Oh, hey.
yeah.
Good thing it's a trial and error type of thing, and they're
Lesson
not out
learned.
on production yet.
And my excuse is the printer I had whenever I first did this one wasn't large enough. Since for Christmas I bought myself the larger one with the multi-color extruder thing.
Mhm.
So I'll throw an excuse in there just because you have to. Everybody has.
It wasn't capable of making it that size. That's what we're going with.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yep.
mhm.
Yeah,
what
there
we're
you go.
going. Okay,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Size really does matter.
It
See,
does.
Let's reel this back in.
Mm-hmm.
It absolutely does.
Oh man, yeah.
If you're told otherwise, she's cheating on you.
What
Hey man, this is how you wiggle your worm. You know?
Oh my goodness gracious!
I got a nerd question. I'll get us back on topic.
Wait,
Okay.
let's go back. Let's go back to movies watch.
Yeah, hold on,
Talking
hold
about
on,
the
hold-
week of the movies watching.
yeah. So did you watch any movies?
I watched.
Look, he remembered this time, Mike. That's why he wants. to, he wants to
Yes, that's it. Right. I watched Tron.
Look, he's looking down. He wrote it down.
I didn't write this one down because this one was easier because I got Tron Ares. So we
Oh.
literally watched. Jessica doesn't remember, and I don't think she's watched any out of them. So we ended up watching Tron Legacy, and Tron Ares this week.
What did you
watched
think of
all-
Legacy?
I've had Legacy. I mean,
But I mean, like as far as sound wise, because remember, I'm curious because I
out of
moved that
all
the
of
little-
them, Legacy is probably the best as far as the sound.
Yeah,
wise
so
to me.
I was curious to see because I moved that to the top of my list. Of,
It is,
of
but you
demo
got to remember
material.
it's not Atmos. It's whatever.
yeah, if you upmix it's Atmos and it's perfect.
No, it's it's the DTS master. It's the DTS
Mhm.
audio track. But yeah, and I like that. That one was great. I do want to, as much as you didn't like the original Tron, I want to get the 4K of that and rewatch it again just to see how amazing the graphics may or may not be on that, because I don't have the 4K. I have just the Blu-ray of that. Shoot, it might even be the DVD. I've had that one forever. But
So
I think
on Kaleidoscape, I don't so Kaleidoscape released Tron Legacy in Atmos.
Mhm.
So there was just a
Oh.
refresh of it.
okay.
So all both
I
Tron
don't
and
think
Tron
I have
Legacy,
that one.
Tron
have
and Tron Legacy are both in Atmos. They just
Oh, okay.
they just
Is that
redid
what
them.
they did with the
Yeah.
newer?
They
Okay.
redid it, and you had me checking. I was like, man, I thought I just bought this in Atmos, but yeah. So
Well, the one I have is in DTS,
okay,
whatever HD, whatever the hell the other.
Master Audio.
Yeah, the master audio, which is amazing to me.
Yeah.
Like it's like, and as far as the the sound and the Ares, it was good. It wasn't anything that, that's more of a movie that to me, I don't know. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was just like, okay, it's an action movie. They could have done so much better.
Okay.
As far as like storyline and stuff like that. But it wasn't bad though. I mean, it's just like, I don't know, where do you go with this? Right. But
Yeah.
it went down the whole like, AI taking over, Terminator, whatever, machines taking over the world thing again, right? Which I'm like, whatever, and it's one of those, it's like, okay, yeah, we've seen that. But it wasn't as bad as people that hated it. I was like, okay, it wasn't bad, right? It was. Some people are saying it's just like, I hated it. It was the worst movie ever. I'm like, no, it wasn't that. I was just expecting a lot more for a franchise that waits years to go from the first one to the second one. Generally, it's like, hey, we are going to sink a boatload of money into this second one. And they usually, at the same time are making a third one to make it like mega amazing, right? I don't feel like that was the case in this scenario. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't like, oh man,
Okay.
It wasn't, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, from what I understand, Ares is a very good home theater experience. If you don't have the
Mhm.
if you don't have the DTS version of Legacy, 1000%. Go to Amazon today and buy it. That's how good the Atmos version is.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Awesome.
it's
The
it's
Atmos version.
yes, it's
Yeah.
very good. It's very good. So any other movies besides the Tron
No.
trilogy?
The trilogy. Some side movies, whatever Jessica was watching at the time. which I have
I almost
no
went
idea.
some other way.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't even know what that's about. There's a lot of sex and there's a lot of nudity and there, okay, yeah, there you go. I don't know
Something
what
Jessica
you're
was
watching.
watching. Blame it on the person that can't defend themselves.
Oh, she would be like, yeah, what else are you guys watching? She
Oh,
does. There's
goodness.
no defense. She would be like, yeah, you guys don't? Like, what's wrong with you?
Well, welcome back, Abe. Appreciate
Hey.
you for coming back. How was your holidays, man?
It was great. We stayed here and used that time actually just to get caught up with a lot of work. But had a good time. Low key Christmas went really well. And then for New Year's, like I said, we drove down to St. Pete's just, to get something to do something,
For sure.
and it was good. And we brought the dogs with us. So, it was fun having to chase those things around the whole trip. So, but it was good. It was good. It was very relaxing. So, and then I did get to catch up on movies. Well, not movies so much as catch up on these shows I've been watching. Like I finished watching Pluribus on Apple TV. Which
I
left me-
heard that was a great series.
It is great, but it's aggravating at the same time. It's like you watch it, it's great. It's just a little slow, and I kind of want more out of it, and it's just not there. But maybe it'll evolve. It'll get better in season 2. And then I finished watching the season 1 of The Last Frontier. It's another Apple TV show about this plane crash in Alaska with all of these prisoners. It's a transport plane. It's kind of like what's that movie with Nicolas Cage where they
Air Force One.
where they prisoners on a plane, and somebody out there knows the one with the and it crashes or they land it somewhere and they take it over. Oh God.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it'll come to me. It's kind of similar to that where Con Air.
Con
Thank you.
Air.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
God damn it.
But anyway, it's like they crash.
1997. Why couldn't you remember that?
I know. But,
I know. Like, God damn, man.
I can name Steve Buscemi, Nicolas Cage, but I can't think of the name of the movie.
And you were an extra in it, like, how do you forget that?
Well,
bro?
I wasn't an extra in that one. That was pre my
I wouldn't be
background
surprised.
days. So they land in Alaska, and then the local Alaska sheriff has to round up all these people, and then at the same time there's a mastermind on the plane who's trying to wreak havoc on the world. And anyway, it's just a lot of far-fetched kind of ideas. So I made it through. I watched it painfully, but I got through it. So
Okay.
so it's like some of these things you just have to finish them, even though you hate it, but you just have to finish it. You have to
Understood.
see it
No,
through.
I
But
totally agree. That's why I don't do Netflix, because I'm the guy that maybe I just have bad taste.
Well, no,
Where they-
it's the fact that it's like,
Netflix
all right,
is
you,
a-
I think it's more. I think it's more the positivity. I hope this gets better. I hope this.
Exactly,
I
you're
think
just
it's going to
hoping-
get
Well,
better.
no, not
but-
even that. No, not even that. It's like my comment was more. I totally agree with that and what you just said, Don. But like the reason I have never paid for Netflix or subscribed to it is
Pirate.
because I watched literally several episodes or whatever that they had, and then they just discontinued them halfway through. And
Oh,
I'm like, I have to. I don't care if it even sucks.
yeah, they'll
Like,
cancel your shit.
Game of Thrones. They okay. I didn't care for that. I know millions of people
That's
loved it.
HBO
you
though.
didn't like that?
But
You didn't like that?
but I wasn't one that liked it. But I do
Really?
want to see it completed.
I watched probably the first 5 seasons and I didn't finish. So,
Yeah,
Game of
but
Thrones.
some
might
of
suck.
my
man.
things
need to
that
finish
started
Game
on
of Thrones.
Netflix.
It was on HBO. The Game of Thrones started on HBO.
Yeah,
right?
that was HBO. Yeah.
Yeah, that was HBO. That started on Netflix. Then just like halfway through, it's like we're talking like, oh, you're almost there, and then we didn't have enough money to finish the story. I'm like, "God,
Yeah, I think it's more Netflix is more about
they're way
views,
more
the
aggressive.
views, right? Yeah.
They're
If-
more
if-
about the money. Yeah,
they'll cut your shit off in the middle if
And
if
it's not
nobody's
even-
watching it. All right, no season 2.
No, people were like
Or-
there were tons of it. It was they only have enough airtime. It's not even that, and that's where it is. It's not about they're making money on every one of the things that they're doing, but we only have X amount of bandwidth and storage or whatever, so we're only going to store this.
No, the other issue is the stories where they take
Which
a while.
makes sense from a business. I'm not saying they're wrong for what they're doing. If I was the guy that owned Netflix, maybe I would probably do the same thing. I'm just saying. It's just like that's why I'm like, nah, I can't get behind anything that where there is a following. I'm not saying there's no following, right? There's like 5 people watching it. Who cares, right? But if
Right.
it's like, oh, hey, only 30% of our audience is watching this particular series, it's like 30% of $1 billion? What?
Yeah.
Like, why don't you at least completely come on, man? They're more of the no. We want at least like 70% or greater. And that just because everybody has different tastes.
Yeah, there's a lot of like
You know.
shows that or podcasts that I've listened to before that they'll review shows and movies and stuff like that, and they'll just be like, this was a good show. I don't know why they didn't fund the second or third season. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, or the other time where they do have a successful show, then they haven't made this. Well, you have to wait like a year or a couple of years before like they make the
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things one or Upload is one on what there's a show called Upload. It's like a year and a half, 2 years before they release, and you'd forgotten about. You had to go
Mhm.
back and rewatch it and catch up, and then at that point you didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
Too much time had passed between the first and second.
Yeah,
season.
exactly. You're just and a lot of movies are based on the current times and the like Don, you didn't see the original Tron when it first came out.
Right.
Like if you would have watched that when it first was released, it would be mind-blowing compared to other, so yeah, it's not going to hold up for you. I watched it again and I thought, to me, this, it's graphics wise and whatever, but to me, it still held up. The original one.
Well, I think it holds up because we also remember it well, and so it's kind of like going down.
That's what I'm saying. That where versus like, okay, the graphics and it's not all that stuff's not going to be the same. Absolutely, there's no way to even. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, yeah, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's I want to be able to enjoy all these artists because people forget that movies, music, this is just us all enjoying art and a perception or perspective on our culture. And the fact that, some companies are just like, hey, we're just going to, I don't care about Paul's perspective because it's only making like only 30% of my audience is watching it. Oh, Ike made something. Oh man, they got 60%. Okay, we'll go ahead and let that go through. But Don, 80%. Oh, we're gonna promote that. It's just like, man, they're still making money.
Yeah.
Otherwise they wouldn't even ever ventured it in the first place. It's
Well, for them, it's about retaining the subscriptions, right? I think we talked about this a little bit.
Yeah.
We talked about this a little bit last week, right? It's they're trying to find a way for people not to come in, binge watch all the good shows, and then dip out the next month.
disappear. Well, guess what? That's not just about having the top hits, but you need the different varieties and the different perspectives and the different choices.
I mean, what do you mean Kissing Booth 2 isn't a good movie?
Yeah. But yeah, that's a whole nother. Yeah, who knows? You know what? I'm probably 1,000% wrong. I hey, you know what? Show me the
Funny.
there's some good series on there. I've always had Netflix. I'll be honest with you. I
Yeah.
just started
I like,
watching
that.
it.
I like Netflix.
I just started watching it a little bit more.
and a lot of people will be like, oh, blah blah blah, Netflix, and I'm like, God damn, that's the one friggin' thing that I don't have, and maybe it was just I got burnt, so I'm just not ever coming back. One of those scenarios, because a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, Netflix, and I'm like, oh, I don't have Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, there is some good stuff on there, but there's a lot of I call it garbage in, garbage out, right? So there's a lot of garbage on there
What we
too.
got there?
Juicy Pale Ale.
Grateful Dead. You guys,
Grateful Dead, there you
know
go.
Grateful Dead, but this is
Oh.
kind of homage type of. This is not a 12%er, so fear not.
Well, you're gonna have to drink a non-alcoholic to back off a little bit.
Yeah, that's probably true. Dude, you're probably right, because
even back out now it's like 6%. No.
this is not
water.
backing out.
So for me, this week is like Christmas.
Mm.
It's like Christmas for me this week because all the stuff that I ordered
Your Santa Claus
for Christmas
finally
is
left
Christmas is starting to come in, right?
Okay.
So first,
He finally made it through the chimney, huh?
Yeah,
we
there you
got-
go. The trilogy. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Dolby Atmos 4K for all discs.
I heard that was on Kaleidoscape for $45.
Yeah, it might be. Nope, they didn't have this on Kaleidoscape, so that's why it's here.
Oh,
And then the Sorcerer,
Hmm.
supposed to be a great 4K transfer. So
I don't think I've ever seen that
looking to
movie.
watch that. I've not seen it either.
Is that a
Cri-
Criterion collection?
Criterion? Yep,
Okay.
1977 Criterion.
Oh,
So yeah, bought that. And this will kind of
Mm.
this will kind of give some
Oh, Jesus.
Paul is
Head-
about to get multiple phone calls. Paul is
Spanish-
panicking, man. It's like, oh man.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Paul is panicking, like, oh shit.
Like, come on, man.
So this is what we decided to go with for the storage for the
Okay.
Revolution.
It's a good thing I can work on those at 13.5% ABV.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, so we got 16 bay. I was gonna go with an 8 and an 8 bay store, 8 bay JBOD, but by the time I bought that and Paul and I got together and I was like, look,
Yeah,
for
there's
200
no
more
need-
bucks,
There's no need J-Bud in it.
No,
right?
no,
Yeah.
that did not. This was nothing to do with me. You were like, okay, you gave me these recommendations, and then you were like, well, let me look, because you were like, oh, I need this, I need the OS, because Jonathan, I still remember, he said, oh, is this cool? I was like, yeah, and it was just an expansion, and I fucked up. I told him, I was like, oh, and he sent it back, and I was like, oh, goddamn, what? But you learned enough, and you were looking at what you wanted, and you were like, wait a minute, I just need this. And we talked about like you're not transcoding and all this stuff, and you found this one. I was like, what? Like, oh shit. Like, yeah, that's freaking pretty damn cool.
So I figured for the same price that I was going to get,
and there's a lot of other things internally that
yeah, I was going to get 16 bays, of the what is the 3.5, but right now I only have 8 terabyte. I only have 8 drives, so I got room to expand 4 more plus plus the smaller SSD, slots too. So, and then if I want to add that 8 that expansion, I can add that
Yeah, you
too.
can add that. Yeah.
Yep, you can
You
still
know what I
add-
mean?
Yeah.
So
Check you out.
Did you get this on sale? Because that stuff is not cheap.
Yeah. So how much does that baby cost?
Probably
is the wife listening?
less than 30,000.
So no, this one was like it was 200 more bucks than what I would have got the combination between. So it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't it's the middle of the run for the NOS. Like you can
Yeah.
spend like $6-7 grand for a good NOS. You know what I mean? It didn't surpass 2,000. Let's call it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay, not too bad.
won't give the exact price, but
You can
It did-
Google it. The name is on the screen.
yeah, for sure.
You can look it
So-
up. Yeah.
But yeah, so I got that, and then I got some couple terabyte drives for the operating system for the NOS, and this is actually a Thunderbolt to
You did get that.
I got the Thunderbolt to so that
Dude,
way.
I looked up mine and mine's not compatible with it.
Oh really?
Yeah, after because I was like, that's the only thing I wish I would have got. Because I have a specific version, but to get like the Thunderbolt version, it would have cost me like another $600. It would
Okay.
have upgraded everything, but all the other upgrades I didn't need. But I was like, man, that Thunderbolt Direct would be cool. But yeah, I don't think mine's compatible with that. But
Yeah, so and then after that, tomorrow I got 2 new Asus drives coming in for ripping. Because my LG and my Asus after 2,000 rips they took a crap out. So but so I haven't ripped anything for like 3 months late, so I got a pile of stuff that I've been buying to rip. But yeah, so that came in. I did watch a movie. Let's see if I can share my movie. I paused it already, so don't go.
You're about to go get it.
I know, man. I'm like, damn, man. He got
Yeah,
copyright
he's
strike from Don watching a trailer. Dude.
Oh my
All
god.
right, so I did watch The Long Walk, Shane's number 2 movie as far as Dolby, as far as the home theater experience. I will say that The Long Walk is a long movie.
It is a long walk.
It's a long walk is exactly what it is. It's
Oh shoot. You know what? You guys are right. I did forget. See, I didn't write it down. I also watched that movie.
You did watch this movie, okay?
Was it? Did I talk about that last week?
No, you didn't.
Okay,
didn't
so I must have watched that one this week too. Yes, I did watch that movie too. It wasn't as long for me. I like that movie, but yeah, it's a Stephen King.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, it was, I don't know. So here we go. Long Walk's dialogue was pitiful. There we go. Thank you.
F-bomb factory.
Oh, I see. I like that movie. It wasn't like
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't
it
great.
wasn't.
It
It
wasn't.
wasn't. Best 10. This is like, yeah, this is. Yeah.
So I did watch it at nighttime where I
It would be on
couldn't
my
like
top 10 list.
I couldn't crank it up, to where I want, reference, but I probably watched it at negative 15, something like that.
That's
And I literally watched it straight through. I didn't fall asleep. I didn't do anything, but I just didn't hear the atmospheric stuff that Shane was talking about. So I am going to go back and rewatch it at reference because I want to see if there's any demo material that I can pull out of it. But as far as the story itself, it was a long watch, is what I'm going to say for me.
really
No bueno.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
hear
it wasn't
You gotta
bad,
remember,
but it wasn't good.
when did this first originally come out?
Yeah, I don't know when the
novel. The novel. This isn't like.
Did you say that was based on a Stephen King story? or
Yeah,
something?
this is
Okay.
old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
this is
never heard of it.
old.
1979.
Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. This is old.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting into with this, and yeah, if you don't, then yes, if you're thinking it's some new thing, pinnacle, no, that's so many years ago. So many years ago, you know. But yeah, I didn't really, you know, experience a lot of.
Look,
like,
I've seen a lot worse movies. I'm not, I'm not gonna
let's
lie.
put it this
It was
way.
middle of the run for me.
Maybe I need Shane to be on here so I can bag on him. It's like, was the bubbles getting bigger so you thought there was more sound up there, or there?
It was more that I think Shane was talking about like just the subtleness of some of the atmospherics, not like it was bombastic or
okay.
anything like that.
And
Of how you can hear stuff in the background and everything else like that. It was
Just
more like a
enveloping,
quiet,
just
more like a
enveloping.
quiet place type of.
The atmosphere was
Hey,
enveloping.
Don, you should
Gotcha.
you
Yeah,
should do
yeah.
a video of how
I
Shane's
would
review
agree.
was
I would
sorry.
agree with that. It was very well. The thing was the simplicity of what they were doing, and they're literally just walking. If you never watch a movie, that's what it is.
They're walking. Yeah,
They're watching people walk.
Look, the trailer explains it all.
Yeah, exactly. They're literally the trailer explains it all. There's no spoilers in case you haven't watched it, even though it's been out since
Right.
'79.
Bro,
Just the
Johnny likes it.
storyline.
Yeah. So anyway, I watched that,
Yeah.
and then
Cool.
I like the
went-
movie, but
I-
as far
I
as
went-
like atmospheric, I don't know if I
Yeah.
would be like, it wouldn't be on my.
I just removed it from my Amazon card because that thing is $42.
It's not on my demo reel.
What you guys are going back and forth with, I don't think I should be spending $42.
$42.
On the
Yeah,
long
I wouldn't spend $42. This is more of a.
That's gonna be a long walk for money, man. So
That's
Yeah,
a long.
yeah.
That's a long reach, is what that is.
Yeah, I get it.
$42.
it has gone
What
to my
studio was
save
that?
later.
Read the novel. You'll. and
What
it's better.
studio was that for $42? My gracious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long reach.
So it's gone to my save for later.
Yeah, that's a $9.99 Black Friday. For
It's a
you,
great
bro.
movie. I love the movie. It's just I don't know that I would. There's like I'm like
It was
what are you
very.
gonna demo?
It was
We-
very predictable. From the start,
Yeah.
I knew that the two main characters, and I knew it was going to happen. It was very, and I never read the novel, and I never watched any of the other movies that, if any, movies were
There's
made.
no other
for
movies. This is
no.
a standalone long walk.
Yeah. So
Mm,
but it was very predictable from jump. So it was just,
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
just very predictable. So, and then the other thing is the other show that I decided to catch up on. One night I couldn't sleep, and I literally was up. I don't know what it was. I couldn't sleep at all, but I was literally up till like 3:30 a.m. 3:30 a.m. And I have a guilty pleasure for this show here. So I started off watching The Chi a long time.
Jesus.
A long time ago, and I didn't realize that they made so many other seasons. And I think I was on season 4 or 5 of it, and then so I started picking this up. I think I watched half of season 5, all in one night. So I'm
Yeah.
catching back up on this. I enjoyed this show when it. I mean, it's actually pretty good. Unfortunately, it reminds me too much of when I lived in Baltimore. But
I do want to touch on one thing with your comment on the long walk.
okay, so we'll go back to that one.
Predictable. All right. Well, that is what's amazing about these movies that people tend to forget, right? It's like it's predictable because this movie taught you that scenario.
Yeah,
Very
but-
profound.
You just lost me.
Very profound.
So, like, you know how you have like the bad guy's the good guy, right? That wasn't done in the year 1990 or 80. It was back in this, early, like you have certain plot twists that happen, right? And the more movies you watch, you see them repeat because they came from a lineage of another movie that had kind of that. They were influenced by older movies or older books. This is a book. That's
How many other movies are made from books though?
a lot of them. A lot.
Exactly. That's my point exactly.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yes, to say that it's predictable isn't really a dig. I was just like, I don't. Yes, it's The Long Walk. If you know the book, you know the movie, whatever. But it's just like that's not necessarily a dig on the movie. It's just like, well, yes, but you also have to appreciate that, like Stephen King and some of these famous authors are the people that are creating some of these plot twists that
I
people
understand
are
your point.
just now seeing
Well, I understand your point, right?
30 years later. They're like, oh, well, that's predictable because I've seen 20 different,
But
Marvel
there are
or
several
not
there are
Marvel
several there are
movies,
several
like,
books that are made that are being made now, right? That or movies that are being made from old books.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the intention to stick to the book, but you have the freedom to make the movie however you like, right? Unless Stephen King is behind the whole thing and says, hey, you have to make it exactly like the book, right? So you do have the freedom to do whatever you want to
like
do.
The Shining, right? He hated that movie
So
because it wasn't to the original.
Hey,
Right.
I'm with you, Kyle. I'm not spending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nelson says the rifle and gunshot sounded pretty good along the long walk. We won't spoil it for you if you haven't seen it, but just
Yeah.
look, I'm not saying it's horrible.
I wasn't
maybe
saying
I
that
was
you were
a
saying
little
it was
bit-
horrible. I was just saying that the thing is, like, after you see some scenario play out 1,000 times, it's easier to predict certain things, right? But what a lot of people that haven't watched like the first iteration of that movie or read the book, they don't understand that you're missing an appreciation. Like, oh, it's like, well, yeah, that's obvious. Like, if you see a repeat of another movie, well, okay, like if you see a movie that's just redone completely, that's the exact same storyline. You're not impressed with the storyline, right?
Yeah.
The storyline's predictable, but they're remaking it with new stuff.
So Nelson says he enjoyed it, but it's a one and done for him, so he's not going to revisit it. Same with me. I mean, I
There's
didn't.
a lot of movies like this.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm not saying. I guess maybe I'm a little hard on it just because, and Shane clearly says, his reviews are only for the home theater experience. Maybe I was just expecting more out of the sound, and maybe if I turn it up and listen to it at reference, maybe I'll hear those nuances and stuff like that.
Come defend yourself, Shane.
So, but usually Shane is pretty spot on. So
If he missed one,
reviewing it for the story, it is reviewing.
You need a train of
he's saying
that's what you need.
Just
you need
for
a train
specific experience. I could understand.
Or the technical aspects of it. Not
Yeah, exactly. If I turned off the screen,
story,
and then just, or even the base layer and listen to just the height effects, and I'm like, oh shit, there's a whole bunch of height effects going on or whatever.
Yeah, story wise, it was okay for me. Like I said, I'd probably give it a 5 out of 10. You know what I mean? It's middle of the run for me. Just I think IMDb's got it at 6.7. So I'm not far off. But anyway, let's move on. People are tired of hearing about this donkey, this dumbass's reviews. So
well, I got a question to kind of nerd out a little bit on some theater design stuff. To get your guys' opinion on.
All right.
And I'll bring up
because you're the theater designer, but we're the experts.
Hey, you know what? That's what I like about Abe. He's a genius because he's like, hey, sometimes you're too close and you forget to multiply times 2. You're like, fuck.
Well, Johnny, I want to see this too. I love I love the trailer of the lady going in and ripping them a new ass in the attorney. She's like, I get paid $1,000 an hour to do this, you jackasses. So yeah,
I have it on my watch list, but it looks like I might take it
That's
to
a
the top
Netflix
of the
thing,
watch
right?
list.
Landman is Netflix. Yeah. See,
Yeah, I've been wanting to
I've
check
seen a
those
lot
out.
of memes that I think are cool, but I'm like, yeah, they're just really.
Mhm.
Anyway.
No, I heard it's good. I did hear it's good.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Abe. What's your? Let me help you with your home theater design.
Yeah, so let's see. I'm gonna pick you guys' brains here.
Green,
So share the screen.
my favorite color.
Yeah, okay. So we're gonna go with this one here.
I do want to thank Don. That I do like this shirt. This is pretty cool.
It looks good too.
I can actually wear this in public.
Okay, does my screen show up yet?
Yeah, we see
Yes.
you. Go ahead. Like I don't want to click off of it.
Okay,
I
tell
know
me
that
if you'll see my CAD drawing when it opens up.
We're seeing Don's.
We're seeing the
Don's
whole
complete
screen.
face.
We're seeing
You're
all of
sharing
it.
the-
Oh my
yeah,
god!
be
You're sharing the
careful
whole
so you
screen.
don't.
Yeah.
Oh man, I suck.
Yeah, you
So you
better
don't show us
shrink all
your
those.
favorite
Okay, hold on. Let me go.
Just share the tab.
Yeah. Give me a second. Here we go. Oh god, I suck.
Or switch to the tab.
Okay, share screen. Okay, share screen now. The tab. Okay, where's the view window? I want this window. Okay, share that. Okay. All right. Tell me if that's the CAD. Is that the CAD?
That is the CAD.
That is
Yeah,
a
okay.
CAD drawing.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna full screen so I can't see you guys, but so I can see this CAD. All right. That is your theater, right, Don?
It certainly looks like it.
Yeah. Okay. So, and your screen's width is 145 inches.
No, that one looks finished. That's not
It's 160. Well, it's as far as the width, yes, it's 160 diagonal. Yes.
Yeah, and the width of it's 145.
Yep.
Okay, so measuring your viewing angle at the front row, I get 63 degrees, which should be appropriate for that. So, and you should be around 42 degrees, roughly. You know, this is not 100% precise, but it's close enough.
Yep.
63 degrees. Where do you sit at primarily? First, this row or back here?
So my MLP is set up for the couch, which is up front.
Oh, here. Okay.
Yep. I will say that I enjoy the movie. I've been thinking about this. I think I told you when you were here that I wanted to drop the screen down a little bit for the front because you kind of lean back and you kind of got to look up just a little bit, right?
Well,
So-
that's vertical view. Yeah, and
Right,
you're
right.
right on that, the vertical. But for horizontal, I really want to touch on horizontal viewing angle and your peripheral vision of what you can really capture within your kind of viewing angle and what you can absorb of what's on the screen.
Right.
At 63 degrees, how do you feel your envelopment is of that, or do you feel like you can sense the whole width of the screen? And you get all the information what's being on the screen, or like you're not too close, basically.
So for the first time, I watched a movie and I felt like I was too close. And that I watched, what was it? It was Lord of the Rings, the first Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Wow.
And I felt like it was shot very close to the people. You know,
Yeah.
the camera distance was
I was just
very
about to say that it has close-up shots.
Yeah,
Majority.
very close to the people. So for the
Yeah.
first time, I actually felt like I needed to move to the back row out of probably 100 movies that I've watched, you know, in
Right.
the theater so far. So that just happened 2 weeks ago when I watched The Lord of the
But-
Rings. And I'll be honest with you, there's sometimes me personally, like I don't get motion sickness or I don't get anything like that
But-
when I watch movies. But there are some times that when I'm doing something, I literally have to like rub my eyes and refocus, you know, and sometimes it'll cause me, I'll blink and stuff just to try to get stuff focused again. I mean, I have perfect 20/20 vision,
Mm.
but it's, you know, for
Well,
the most part, I think it's fine.
Is it about the brightness of the
Well,
screen?
no,
versus the
what I'm
viewing
getting at
angle?
is a couple of things when you're looking at viewing angles, and I'm studied different, you know, philosophies on this, and like THS recommends 50 degrees. SMPTE has a different recommendation. So, but 50 degrees is kind of my personal sweet spot. Is accomplishing two things: a having proper envelopment where you can your vision you can visually capture at a glance what's being shown to you on the screen for kind of that proper envelopment without losing information that's to the far right or left of the screen, that you're really getting a sense of what's going on. You see the big picture as you're not too close, so that 50 degrees. So the reason I ask this because when you're balancing the size of the screen for multiple rows and you're trying to say, okay, we don't want to be too crazy wide in the front row to just and then you don't want to be too far away in the back row. So you have to pick that screen size. So for instance, I think in your theater, the size screen you have is probably the appropriate choice. Could you go a little bit bigger? Maybe, but even as you said, even at 63 degrees, it's a little too uncomfortable sometimes. Then you have to move back.
I will say one time this was the only time that I felt like that. I'm going to go back and revisit that too because I do want to give Lord of the Rings a chance.
Well, it's more talking about
right.
that sweet spot between being immersed but also capturing detail without it being fatiguing, and that's where all this balancing of what's the proper aspect ratio, and this is based on 235, which is yours setup on.
And what do you have for the distance from screen to screen to the front on my?
You can still see my screen full because
yeah.
All right, so you're 10 feet from the front row, and you are roughly 15 feet, 16 feet to the back row.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So and honestly, in my couch, you back a little bit. You might be to the back edge of the couch.
Sure, give or take. Give or take.
I would say it's closer to 11 feet.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, if you lean back, but just yeah, depending on how you give or take. But
and that to me changes things, right? Like I don't think anyone, and that's because I like if I had it in my theater perfect, just viewing angle, it would be all the way up to like 60 degrees. But that's at like eye level, right? Like not if you have to look up or do up or down, that forget it. Your viewing angle doesn't count.
Horizontal viewing angle is a little different. Even at this thing, it's not too bad.
Yeah, you want like you get a better depth of scale going vertical, but your neck wants to look straight.
Yeah, for sure.
But to be fully enveloped, I want to be like I want it to be to where I can't see the sides. I don't want to be able. I want to be.
That's your horizontal.
I don't even have that. I don't even have that. But yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
And you're 28, and
can you draw a line to the center of the screen because that's your true like? Hey, are you angling? Because that's what makes the difference. And maybe they need to concentrate all these. Like, oh, do you want 45, 30 degrees, 65?
Well, the vertical discussion is a combination of things. More so making sure that people in the back row can see comfortably over the people in the front row.
Yeah.
So you're balancing a couple of things. Like right now, this is really kind of maximized for the.
But what is the viewing angle? Like you have the angle from the eyeballs to the top of the screen and the bottom screen.
Yeah.
But your eyeballs are going to look at the center of the screen. So if you measure that, what's the degree of angle of your neck tilting up or tilting down? That is going to, I don't care how amazing your theater is, if you're having to look straight up the whole time.
No, it's not like that. I mean, for me,
no, I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I think that is more of the, like. So to me, I think that's more
1'2" is the distance from your eyeball to the midpoint of the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
So like for me, when you're gonna naturally lean back in the couch like this.
You're going to lean back. So this
you're
always
naturally looking
shows
up-
worst
you're
case
naturally
scenario.
looking up,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And if
So-
you're leaning back, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
So-
this is showing worst case scenario. Like nobody's
Right.
going to sit like that. You're going to slouch down.
Yeah.
But
oh,
we
yeah,
show when we
sure.
do viewing angles, we show worst case scenario just so that we can make sure that the person sitting in this row comfortably sees over, even say if it's a big
Correct.
tall guy sitting perfectly upright, that we don't have an issue with sightline.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
the
so-
reason I bring
Go ahead. No,
Yeah.
no, go ahead.
So the reason I bring that up is just to know, in your experience, having watched a lot of movies at 63 degrees, roughly 60 to 63, how enveloping has it been, or how straining has it been, or could it go bigger, or do you wish it was smaller? So I'm just going to get into more and more
Never,
opinion.
never once have I gotten eye fatigue.
Okay.
Oh, you're sitting at 63 right now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he's sitting at right now.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
pretty
never,
bad.
that's amazing.
never once have I gotten eye fatigue. I will say,
And I-
like I said, for that one particular movie, I don't know if it was just me that day or not. I haven't gone back and looked, but it seemed like it was too close for me that day. And there are days that, like I said, with my eyes, that I sometimes I just
But
can't watch.
I would
something,
predict, though, and you might want to go back kind of just experience it, that you'll definitely find at 42 degrees, this is definitely more easier on your eyes. It's
Oh,
definitely-
1000%.
Yeah, so that's why
I-
that 40 to 50 degree viewing angle is why it's recommended by SMPTE and THX.
I
because
watch.
that's the most
Gotcha.
comfortable.
Look, my wife sits up front all the time. She's never complained about about the viewing angle whatsoever.
Okay.
Yep.
Never.
Right.
So she watches pretty much every movie that I watch. And the so that's two people's opinion. Now my mother-in-law, she sits in the back. She enjoys the viewing angle from the back.
Yeah, and I've
Right.
sat in both those seats here.
Mhm.
Yeah, the enveloping is great in the front row of your theater,
Yeah.
but I definitely think it's definitely more relaxing to watch it in the back. If I want to kind of just capture everything without
Yeah.
having my eye brain work too hard to try to see everything that's to my far and left and far right, it's much more enjoyable, relaxing, or less stressful. It's more enveloped. You take in more information easier
So for
in
me,
that background.
I think it's more about looking up than the wideness.
Mhm.
That
So
was
that's
kind of
important
my
too.
point.
Yeah.
So what I was actually thinking is I was brainstorming on this the other day. How can I make my screen a tilt? Not a tilt,
Oh, don't do that.
but not a tilt. Sorry, not a tilt, because it won't work for the projector.
You
How can I make my
lower your
screen-
screen or you increase your
Right.
platform height. So don't touch the
ha-
screen still.
have you seen the over the mantle television brackets that they just down in front of the fireplace?
I have one, the man mount. I have
Yeah,
one in my
it
living room.
will drop down. So
You
I've
pull it down.
been trying to think how I
Now
can
you can do that.
mount my screen like that to where I
Oh.
can just drop it for the front.
A mantle mount for fixed screens. That's an interesting thought.
So
Polarized.
because when I go to the front, I can drop it down all the way to the bottom of the floor if I want to.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought. Yeah. Well, you can do, in that case, you would do a motorized screen from the ceiling and then just drop it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, do masking. Do masking.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
Okay,
before
I
we
didn't
jump
realize
there,
you
before we
were
jump
at,
there, I want to go back to this to show you the scenario. I'm up on a job, and how I've basically been explaining all this to this client. So I'm gonna switch over to this one here. So here's a job I'm working on. Let me get in the model space.
Why you got to put my theater to shame like that? The guy's like got 9 seats in here.
I literally
No,
didn't
I'm not
realize-
bringing it up for that. I'm not
I'm
bringing it up for that.
joking. I'm
yeah,
joking.
Yeah. This has got Lingdorf in it. These are all Ellis 1000s. I don't want to get into that. I'm going to stray off the subject if I get into talking about that. All right. So going back to horizontal viewing. So in this case, because this is a tiny little room that we've got to build this theater in, unfortunately, and this client wants the biggest screen he can possibly fit in.
Wall to wall.
And Well, but here's the issue. Look at the viewing angle from the front row, 82 degrees, which I already think is
Ooh,
way too much.
that's too
Now 50, second row. So I told him I optimized this room for the second
For
row.
the second row.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I said, if I'm going to sit anywhere, I'm going to sit right there. He said, well, is it a bad experience if I sit in the front row? I said, well, the problem is it's too close. It's just, you're
So-
not going to.
What size is that screen to be at 82?
Oh, it's 170.
Well,
Let's see.
what I did to
And what
test
size
this-
is the room?
So this is a 170-inch diagonal 235.
what I did to test this without any science or whatever. I literally have my screen size and I moved to, and I
Well-
didn't realize you
well-
were right at the exact angle, Don. I moved I have a coffee table that I just sat on, and I
Mhm.
just literally got as close as I wanted and sat on that and moved it and measured. And I'm like, oh, I'm 9 feet away from 150. This is what I feel like is the most enveloping. Like, I don't want to be any closer than this, but
Did
I
you
was like,
calculate that angle to see what it was?
I
you know?
did. And it
Yeah.
was 62 degrees.
Yeah, okay. And,
If
and
I
like
got
said,
any
like-
closer than that, I was like, well, now I'm like trying to
Mhm.
focus and do some weird
right.
stuff.
Yeah. And then
But-
like I'd already told him this is going to be uncomfortable. And I would
Yeah,
hate to
that's
sit
a no.
here or here.
But
That's
so,
where you-
I don't understand how he can get that wide. How close is he from the screen?
Very well. It could be a
Yeah.
mega
Was he
mega
like
wide
8 feet?
screen though.
8 feet
It's
from the
all
screen.
relative, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is a tiny little shit
It's a
room. though.
235 screen too.
It's a
so-
235
Right.
to 1 screen.
I
yeah.
understand, but how deep is the how wide is the room and how deep? Where is he sitting at? Is it 8 feet?
Let me show you. Okay, let me just.
He just wants to know, hey, what's the distance from that seat to there?
Yeah.
7 feet. Man, it's
Yeah.
just
That's
So
big.
pretty
I,
wide
I was
screen.
right on the money
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
see, he's 50, he's 14. Now this is give or take probably another 6 inches back, probably maybe if this is 14 feet 3, maybe 15 feet, or somewhere between that, depending on how you lay your head or how you recline.
So the
So,
total room is what, like 18 feet deep?
I mean, from drywall to drywall, and then we have 2-inch material. So this is a stretch fabric frame system with 2-inch material on the sidewalls. But just to give you the drywall to drywall, at 18 feet.
18 feet.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's just no way around.
I mean, mine's only two and a half more, 21 and a half. So it's not
Yeah.
that much.
And we're just boxed
So-
into existing framing in this room, and we couldn't do any other modifications in the room.
The
so we-
question, okay, here's the question.
What would the viewing
Look-
angle be if you went down to
No, no,
160?
no,
Because
no,
you're not
hold
going
on,
to see a
well,
big
here's
difference.
the thing. He was wanting me to go bigger, and I'm telling him no. So I had to tell him, so here's where you're telling this. guy-
I'm getting ready to make you a lot of money, Abe. All right.
I already make a lot of
Hold
money.
A whole lot more.
I'm
so-
joking, I don't.
Here's the thing. If make the screen full wall to where his position is at 60 degrees and then do masking and
Right.
projector memory to where, hey, whenever I'm using people in the front row,
No, you got to.
change
Yeah, you
the
can't design
size.
like that. You can't. The reason is you have to design for comfort for both rows because he's going to want to show this off. This is him coming with his
No,
family
That's-
and do that. And he's going to. Well, the thing is,
that's what I'm saying. Okay, I'm showing it off.
okay, so if he
Okay,
goes
now
you
it
go wall to
now
wall,
it's now
then his-
it's to 10.
then his-
I'm showing it off to 10 people or whatever. Let's say 3 people per row. I'm showing it off to 3 people. I have the screen and the width and the memory of the front, perfect viewing angle, 60 degrees. Well, let's just say 45. Let's just say you're 45
Yeah.
for the people that are read the stats and that's all they want. Hey, it's a 45-degree viewing angle. Boom, perfect. And you memory screen the projector for a perfect 45-degree angle and drop down, masking, whatever it happens to be. And then, oh, hey, I like 60 degrees. Boop, memory. And it
Well, you
makes
don't-
that
you
for my,
can't do
but
it that
now
way,
I
though.
need 6 people.
yeah.
So
Well,
then,
I get what you're saying, but yeah,
you could
you
with this
can.
kind of money that people are spending,
But you
that's
don't-
what they should be doing.
So
It's like,
SVS makes
Yeah.
a
Two
not
rows.
SVS.
but yeah,
Seymour.
but
Seymour. they make the rolling
How
mask.
can you forget Chris Seymour? He gave us
Okay,
some
okay.
damn good
Right.
whiskey.
Here's the thing. Okay, so when you design a theater,
It
you know,
really
first
bribed
once
you
you
with the
choose
whiskey.
your aspect ratio, okay, when you ask that question, what's more important, movies or sports, football
Right.
games, regular TV viewing? This is a dedicated theater, so obviously we want to maximize it for scope for 235 to 1.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're going to pick the largest 235 to 1 image. And even if we did wall to wall, okay, let's say we did. So you still maximize for 235 to 1. And that's what we're talking about. Obviously, even on this, when he does a 178 to 1 movie, he's going to get pillar bars to the left and right of the screen. So yeah, his 178 to 1 image is going to be smaller and less of a viewing angle.
Is there
for
going to
178
be
to 1 material.
a video processor?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we've got a MadVR Envy Extreme hooked to a Barco Heimdall in this theater. The issue is when you make a choice between 235 and 178 to 1 screen sizes, whether they have masking or not, because really the masking is to mask between all these different aspect ratios.
Yeah.
But your master default size is your largest size is your 235 to 1 in this case.
Why not 240?
Yes, your minor variation, a couple inches difference between a 235 and a 240 screen. It really, it's not a major shift between. You could, and I can look into the difference between.
Yeah, the panels on the projectors.
It's actually a 237. It's a 237 chipset on a Barco Heimdall.
Okay, so that's what I was curious about.
Right.
Did you know? What
and that again, that's a minor deviation between 237, 240, 235. The issue is no matter what we choose, and making that decision, well, just like Paul had said, and just what client said, can't we go wall to wall? Sure, you can go to wall, and your 235 will go wall to wall. The issue is when you look at that sight line, and this is going to grow from 82 to probably, in fact, if I can draw it out, let's just say I bring it to about right there. Okay, and I take this one and go right there. Okay, and then I take an angle 90 degrees. That's insane. Your 63 is at the comfort level.
But you're looking at the front row, right?
Yes.
Well, that's what we're trying to say. Because so when he tries
that's what I'm saying.
I would not want to show this theater off to my friends.
Don
at 90 degrees.
This is where so my whole plans when I built mine, right? I was like, okay, can I go wall to wall? Or I first of all, I wanted to be able to access behind each side, right?
Wait, I even messed this up. Hold on, let me move this way over here. Okay, let's say that's it. Okay, and let me fix that for a second.
What's the main listening angle or viewing?
No, well, the good news, the back row is the MLP. That's the primary listening vision right here. But
90 degrees you can't do. No, 90 degrees you cannot.
98 degrees.
It's even worse.
So
here's horrible. So I'm trying to tell them we cannot go any bigger. 82 is already kind of in my uncomfort zone. But I said if you make the second row your primary listening position, then the 170 we have in there is good.
Let me tell you my thoughts when I built my theater, Abe. And I look, I know you have way more experience than I do. But my thoughts were to go as big as I could. And because look, I mean, I didn't calculate out the viewing angle. I kind of knew. I went to Youth Man's house. I knew he sat 9 feet from a 150-inch screen. I figured I could go 10 or 11 feet from a 160-inch screen and still be fine, right?
Actually, what you did is great. Like
right. So
you did perfect.
What you have
is great.
Hear my thoughts though. So my thoughts were literally what Paul said. My thoughts were, okay, if 160 inches is too much, I can always add some masking to either side. I can build masking to come down, right? And that was specifically for the front row. I knew I would not need masking for the back row, right? So my thoughts were, truthfully, 100% exactly what Paul said. And regrettably, I didn't go 16 by 9,
Did too big.
170 inches. And the reason for that is because I would love to do 4-way masking at that. And then if I'm the only one in the theater in the back, I would love to open sports
Okay.
up on 4 different screens, just watching whatever I want without the masking. And I'd
right,
never run
right.
into viewing angle.
Okay. All right. So now, if we take that standpoint, then sure, absolutely, you can do that.
So-
where you're maximizing it for one person.
Let me
And you're a techie. You're going to do those things. A lot of these things are built for families. They want
Yeah,
to
for
easy
sure.
to operate. And so, for you, if you told me that same information and you were my client, I say, okay, I totally get it. Let's do that. Let's go wall to wall. Let's do a 4-way masking screen. That way you can get any aspect ratio, just like Paul was mentioning. And I would say yes for that. You as my client.
Hold on.
would
When
do that for you.
when I was talking about masking, I wasn't talking about just aspect ratio. Ignore that. I was talking about inventing something new.
Oh, wow. Okay.
See, you totally misunderstood what I was saying. Look, if I have a
Well, I was thinking of it like Don was thinking of it. Use the
Right.
masking to give
no,
me
no,
the
no,
biggest
no.
image when it's just me and I want to just
no, no,
do
no, no.
4 screens. Yeah. I got you.
No,
Okay.
I was saying, hey, create a 4-way masking to where, okay, let's just say I want everyone I don't want 80 or 90 degree at the front row. I want
That's
60
insane, yeah.
degree at the front row, and then whatever that equals for the back row, which may be like 45, the perfect angle, right?
Wow. Well, that case would be-
So for people like me, and I want to just insert this comment. Some people read the manual and say 45 is perfect. Anything else, you're an idiot. But I don't listen to what documents say. I need at least proof or some sort of experience. I literally had my screen. I moved a chair. It was my coffee table I was sitting on that to a certain degree. And I was like, oh, for my 150-inch screen, this is as close as I want to sit, because this is the most enveloping. If I sit any closer, I don't like it. I could sit further back and still enjoy it. But to get the full theater, like I'm in the movie, it ended up being 9 feet from a 150-inch screen, which was 62 degrees for me. Some people have different. Your eyes work. Your eyes work different. Your focusing angles work different. So for different people, it works differently. Jessica, she doesn't. My lady, she doesn't like to sit where I like to sit in a movie theater. You know how you have first, third, second, third. Third. I like to sit at the very front of the second, third. She likes to sit further back, but she knows I'm more nerd into movies. So she compromises with wherever you want to sit.
And that's what you're doing when we're designing theaters. We're designing for.
But
the
the thing is,
everybody.
you have to ask the client.
I like that. I like that idea, Carl.
Hey, that's a rich man. That's a rich man's way of solving the problem.
Well, yeah, and that's where I was going. Well, yeah, you literally
There you
can
go.
make a
Add
screen.
Well, yeah, we'll have a drop down screen come down for the back row.
Yeah,
and a different. There we go.
No, time out.
I love the idea.
I've talked about this. I want to do a wall-to-wall screen, a drop-down wall-to-wall screen that will drop right in front of my fixed screen.
Ignore the fact that there's a screen.
We're going off the reservation. And these are all great ways to accomplish
ignore the fact that there's a screen, and let's just say, hey, you have to still ask the client, hey, a lot of people want that 45-degree viewing angle. Some people want the 60-degree viewing angle. Some people want 30. Some people enjoy sitting at the back of the theater.
So where is this guy located?
In Miami.
Tell him to come up to my house and look at it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I would like
do
him
that.
to see it.
But
because
here's the thing.
I think that's a great idea. But the reason I bring it up is just,
He's asking for his front row, right?
well, the reason I bring it up is to talk about comfort of viewing angles,
Yeah.
multiple seating positions. I thought this would be a good, interesting topic because
It
of the
is.
fact, like,
It is.
because
Everyone's
they're
different.
everyone's different, right? Everyone's different, but just to bring that balance that you have to have between
No, that's
comfort,
tough. That's
enveloping your peripheral vision, and
And you know,
what's
I'm
the sweet
expecting
spot?
you, Abe, to have a memory on the screen, on the projector, and the entire wall is just and you're blocking off and make it. Hey, when I'm watching by myself, I hit a button. I'm at my I have a button that says I want 62-degree angle. I want 80 degree. I want 40 degree.
Yeah,
Boom.
that's
Done.
never been asked. But,
Yeah, just saying. You know what?
we
Like I
either
said.
maximize it for 235 or 178-1, depending on the
Mhm.
aspect
Look,
ratio. Of the
my thoughts are is you go as big, and this is why you go as big as the 16 by 9 as you can. And the reason for that is because when you drop down to 240, you're only losing 8 inches of screen for that same screen size.
Well, you're saying if you have a native 178-1 aspect ratio screen,
16 by 9, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but you have a native 235-1.
I have a native 240 screen.
Right. So, but the ideal way that's been understood is that, if it's for movie watching, you go scope and you do 235 or 240.
Most movies
Or you
aren't
do
made in
four-way match.
235 that much anymore. Most of them are made in 240 now. And the modern
again,
movies.
you're talking about a couple inches difference
Right.
between a 235, a 240, a 237.
Don't say that to her.
And there's and even Ben-Hur was 278-1. There's all kind of different, and that's where in some of the higher end theaters we'll do 4-way masking. So we'll do a 4-way masking, and you can that way, no matter what the aspect ratio is.
Yep.
But typically, even those are maximized for a 16 by 9 content. And that's the one's going
Masking is
forward
only to increase the contrast ratio, or
well, they're just to blank off. But even to
that's
blank off the screen. But typically, we do constant height, 235 or 240. 240 is fine. And then we have side masking at minimum. So, like on his screen, we might do a Cinemask screen, which has side masking to just mask out between 235 and 178-1, or the slight variations between those. But that's your predominant ones is 235 and 178-1 when you're looking at screen aspect ratio sizes.
So Drew,
but
you can get there's some very tight weaves. The perf maybe not so much, but I can literally get up to my perf screen about 6 feet before I start seeing the micro perf.
82 degrees is crazy. Yes, I understand 82 degrees is crazy. I see the comment.
Well,
yes, that's what we're trying to talk the client out of. 82
but
is
here's
already
the
too much.
thing.
But
people say that 45 degrees or greater is horrible.
Well, no,
right?
THX for 235
or 50, 60.
But I will say THX standards is
80
is far beyond
80
what the modern
degrees.
standards are now.
But let me throw this little thought nugget.
50 will tell you that.
Let me throw this little thought nugget out here.
36 to 40 was the old. Go ahead.
Let me throw a thought nugget out here. VR, 360-degree viewing angle.
Okay, you lost me.
Your viewing angle in VR is
you're moving your head to see VR. You're moving.
Right. So what's the constant angle?
So what's the constant angle? It's so variable on different people on what they feel immersed in a movie.
Well, sure. And that was the reason.
Movie,
the first question I have talking to Don is like,
no one's watching in, to me, more than, I have one eye. So that's probably why I like the 62-degree angle. I don't know. Michael might have the same thing going on. I don't know. But
Yeah,
That's
just to give you a history of the viewing angles and stuff. When we were in 2K, when it was a 1080p world and we didn't do 4K projector, yeah, the recommended throw distance was 35 to 45 degrees viewing angle. When we got into 4K and 235 to 1 scope, that you could go a little wider. Yeah, and the reason it was 35 and 40 even back then was because of the Moyer effect, the pixels of seeing the pixels of the chipset.
There
In
you
fact, even
go.
going back to the old 482,
That's why I said
yeah.
VR is 360 degrees. Oh, because it depends on where you're looking. Well, yeah, because the pixels don't change. And
Yeah.
guess what? That's perfect for whenever you're looking at the view. But you're not watching.
And
You don't
and
want
I
to. But
and
you don't
I
have to. You don't want to watch a movie and go. But guess what? You also have to remember whenever you're watching a movie, even the full width of the screen, they don't put the main content on the full width of the screen.
yeah. Well, I like the
It's
idea in the
only like
comments and what Don said.
2/3. It's
Is
only
bring him over to Don's house, sit in front of a 63, like what
Yeah,
Drew
and,
said.
and you're doing a
Hey,
Lindorf system too, so you
go
can
get
hear
a
the
chair
Lindorf.
and sit 4 feet in front of the screen and tell me, can you watch that movie for 2 hours? I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, no, I'm
yeah,
more than
no,
fine
I
with
agree.
that.
I agree with that, and that's what I'm saying. You have to find that. Hey, where do I want to focus? Where do I want to look? But even then, when movies are happening, right? Like the main, like, okay, here's the width of the main action, right? But over here, that's all blurry stuff. This is just to emphasize. That's not. I'm not. You're not really looking over here. This is the explosion, whatever. But yeah, you do want to be able to see the two heads talking, whether they're or three, we're adding three, and that's where some of the movies, they might focus in a little further, which is rare, but that you have to watch the whole, you have to focus on the whole. If you have to focus on the entire screen at the entire time, and that's where the action is, 45 degrees. That's already been done. There's science behind
see, I think 45 degrees is a little too small.
But
and like I said, everybody, even the THX and SIPTI recommendations and all those.
What's RP22 saying?
I don't know. I got the RP22 guy right behind me.
I think RP22 moved it up to like a 55.
That's what it is. It's like, they moved it up.
55.
55
I can
to
see
60.
that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Here's the RP22 right there.
Yep.
Okay, so let me go to the index and see what viewing is. Somebody could probably Google this faster than I can look it up.
Yeah, probably.
You should Google it.
Somebody Google it.
Changed over the years, and like I said, it's all about one.
And what page is it on?
The movie makers, they want you to focus on every little corner.
Well, it's about
RP23.
That will change
cover video design. Let's see, but the general goal for immersive video is often wider than the viewing angle, i.e. 40 degrees to 70 degrees horizontal.
Right. Horizontal. That's what we're talking about. Horizontal.
Yeah, horizontal. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's saying 40 to 70 degrees.
Yeah, 40, 70. Yeah. Don't extend past 70. So, okay, here it is. Reference 44 degrees when you have no, that's not it. Oh, that's speakers. Come on. Speaker.
Oh man, see.
Yeah,
so
that's what's fun about this is that's.
Yeah, since this really deals with sound a lot more than. RP22 is about immersive audio more so, but I did think I saw a blurb. I saw a blurb about that. I'll have to figure it out.
Totally different because the audio can be behind the screen and behind the sound.
Right. So. There's stuff, but this is good. This just gives me a gauge of just because everybody's going to have an opinion on this, and everybody has a, of what's comfortable.
We should look at and this is where I'm going, right? Scientifically, you could look up, hey, what's the average human viewing angle, right? and then know like, hey, this is the degree that's in focus, and it may be very narrow. It only blah, you're right, but then there's a certain amount of, and again, that's where the fatigue comes from, right? There's a certain amount of like, oh, I can focus here, 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 or whatever. I can look back and forth really quick here, 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 right? But, and again, that everybody's different, right? But you're trying to find that average. And then you're trying to figure out, okay, like this is our focus angle, but then, okay, what about the movie, right? Like, do I want you to see all this clearly? Or, hey, I'm really wanting you to just focus on this degree. So that changes, right? So it's like, hey, if I have a movie that's only has 10-degree width, for the whole movie, but the screen is at 45-degree. If I sit closer, that's not going to change anything for me because there's nothing really happening over here. Like maybe they want that happening over here, but it's just like more for effect.
Yes, I just found it. CEB 23 bulletin, CEB 23 bulletin is recommended around 43 degrees for 235 for scope. But again, 43, 50, there's a lot of variation and obviously you can have that range, and perfectly fine. And everybody's going to have different comfort, but let's bring it up to note that, there's no fixed right answer. It's got to be
there isn't.
You know why that is because everybody's different.
Everybody's different. So all we could do is just make is experience, see it. I think, like example, go to Don's house. See, that's what 60 degrees looks like on the front row. That's what 43 looks like on the back row. How do you like that? Get some real world experience.
I'll totally shift complete topic. You might like show something off, like, oh, look at this specific model car. It's the bet, and they're like, look at the color, right, of the car, and like, I hate that color, right? Everybody's a little different,
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
People are getting,
and that's where I went back to like, well, you got to ask because you may be. Let's just pretend your client's a billionaire and he likes 80-degree viewing angle, right? And he wants to show off his theater, but yet everyone else is like, that's way too close. What do you do? How do you handle that?
I just tell him up front right now. I tell him right now, since it ain't been built, that it's way too close, and I'm not doing it.
But this is kind of the same thing.
I'm the designer, so
and you say,
I'm going to tell them no.
And I say, yes, sir.
Yeah.
I appreciate your opinion, but this is what I want.
Okay, I give it to you. I'll do it, and I've done that before. But if they're hiring me and what they're paying me to give my recommendation, I'm going to tell them no. You can't
because that's the thing. What you have to ask them: are you trying to impress yourself or a bunch of other people?
Yeah, because definitely it's photogenic.
That's kind of my.
It's photogenic to take a picture of a theater with a big ass wall to wall screen, but it's not practical.
Yeah, by all means, he can come up and take a look. He can hear the MP60. No problem. You don't even need to make the trip down. I'll host them. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, no,
I
appreciate y'all going. I just wanted to get and more so just I thought it would be a good topic.
No, it's absolutely a great topic. Thanks for bringing it
45
up.
degrees is not the standard. That's the starting point.
But the more so is I really wanted to get your opinion down on when you're watching movies for long term in that front row. Was it fatiguing for you?
Not at all. Like I said, one movie out of 100, 1%.
Okay.
Not at all. It's perfectly fine for me. It's and I was thinking, I would like for it to drop down. That's the only thing I want to do. I was actually thinking of how I can build like roller tracks for it to move the screen up and down,
and that's
without it vibrating.
You do roller tracks. You can do masking.
You can do a tab. You can do a tab tension screen, motorized screen with masking.
You can make it to where it's like, no, this is the new perspective and the new angle.
I do like the idea of the fixed screen. I don't like the drop down too much.
I'm a fixed down screen. I don't like drop down screen either.
Yeah.
I like fixed screen.
I would do drop down, but if I do a drop down, that's going to be with the Epson projector that's 10,000 lumens, and it's going to go wall to wall. The drop down screen is literally going to go from soffit to soffit, and it's going to be football here, football here, football here, and football here.
You
Yeah.
don't want to do
So
that.
Well, okay, when
that's
you're
You
doing
don't want to do that
multi,
because you'll be so pissed. Because I watch games on my 150 inch, and
Well,
I'm like,
I don't have a team to choose for now because they're not in the playoffs. Since I somebody mentioned that, by the way, Carl, thank you for mentioning that earlier. I did see it. I did see it in the comments up here. He gave me condolences for my loss. So
yeah,
yeah, it was
Yeah.
not good.
yeah.
So here it is right here. Sorry for your loss on Sunday. Yeah, it was definitely heartbreaking, but there was a lot of things to that game that just I don't know. I was, and I don't know, a lot of people like Harbaugh and they're going to be happy to pick him up, but his nonchalantness about the past couple games, I was like, okay, it's time for him to go. So, they asked him about Derrick Henry 2 weeks ago. Why wasn't he in the game? He said, "Oh, I didn't look. I was just, we're just calling plays." I'm like, "Well, isn't that your job to look?" And then the next week is, "Did you see the kick?" "Oh, no, I didn't even see the kick." I'm like, "What the fuck you mean you didn't see the kick? You're the head coach." So it's like, okay, it's time for you to make your way. And a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but I've always said Lamar's not the answer. He's a good regular season quarterback. It's time to part ways with him too. Let him go. That's my soapbox for football for today.
You want Dak Prescott?
yeah.
No.
I'm out of football for the.
You could take Dak.
No, we're good. We're good on Dak too. So he says use actuators. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Something
There
like
you go.
that. To be
All
able
right. Is it late enough? Is it after hours enough for Ike to show his theater before?
Yeah,
I
Johnny
thought
was
we were going to talk about CES.
Are
but
you
that's
under
not-
NDA?
Johnny was like, "Are you going to show your theater tonight or what?"
I think he's under NDA.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
stay quiet. the rest of
At
that.
10:15, I think he can.
By no means do you need to stay quiet, Abe. That was a great topic. I mean, it's a good
Dude,
good
I love that.
debate.
I appreciate it too, because I figured it was a good topic to nerd out on and just kind of get people.
It is totally. At first, I was thinking that you were way further away, Don.
No,
Because
my room's only 21 and a half deep.
well, but as far as your main, I was like, because like I said, I was like, I'm just ignoring everybody, and I was like, "Brrr," and I just sat. I was like, oh, this to me feels immersive.
Mhm.
Jessica's like, no, that's too close. So,
Mhm. Yeah, so I got
And
the
I'm
wife
like,
approval before it.
I just
I put
attributed it to me having the one, only being able to see out of one eye. I was like, oh, well, maybe, I don't know. You would think 2 eyes would be less or more immersive, or maybe that's what it is. Maybe the 2 eyes is more immersive. With the one, I got to be closer to feel more immersive.
I think where I'm at is max where I want to be for a movie. To be honest with you, it's where for the front row. For the back row, I would like it to be a little bit bigger. To be honest with you, for the back row,
I do it probably a little bit bigger screen.
Yeah. And then just mask it down.
But then in the front row, you might want it to be a little bit smaller. Like
Correct.
a
little bit bigger.
That's just it.
So what's the biggest screen you guys recommend for the NZ7?
The NZ7 is how many lumens? 25?
23 or 25. I could check.
If you control the lighting in your room, you could go up to 170 if you wanted to. But you got to control the light in your room, and you got to at least use a 1 gain or higher.
That was way more than I thought.
You could, but you got to.
You'll probably get about 100.
I
You'll
was
probably
thinking
get about
like
80
I
foot
was
amperage
thinking
on that.
120 would be the max. Well,
No.
now wait a
No.
minute.
You
No,
could
I
do it, but you got to have complete
137
light
right now.
and do
Are
like
we
a
talking-
1 or 1.3 gain screen.
Well, you got to remember he's expecting HDR.
But if you're on axis, you have a dark room, and you're using a 1.3 to 1.5 gain screen, 1.5 might be a little too hot spotting.
Yeah,
But if you're on access,
1.5 is great.
1.3 would be good. 1 to 1.3, you could go probably all the way up to 170 without any issue on NC7. But that would be the max. I would probably bring it down 150.
150.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
could
So
bring it
mine's
down,
160 on a 1.3 gain screen, just like you said,
which is
which is perfect.
which is great for non 3D content. Your 3D is a little dark, but you could probably boost that up a little bit.
Well, once I put the Panamorph on,
You'll
I'll
gain
fix
that light back.
Mhm.
Yeah, you'll gain that light back. Yep, you're right.
So, yeah, no, it's I don't think my NZ8 is much more than your NZ5 as far as light output
But you got to have it dark.
yeah,
You got to be no lights
for
out.
sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
NZ7, right? It's 2200 lumen.
2200. Let me see how much my NZ8 is.
Probably
It's more than that.
2700.
The NZ8. Not by a whole lot, but it
Probably
was like
2700.
28 or something like that. Something like that. But anyways, yeah. What are you trying to go bigger screen? Is that what you're saying, Ike? You want to go?
It
you wanna
wouldn't
go-
hurt. I have 137 right now, but I'm like,
2500 lumens for the
What's
NZ8.
What's your
Oh,
distance
25?
from your,
Oh, okay.
from your-
Oh yeah, dude.
almost close to 11 feet.
And I'll tell you what, like it doesn't need my
You gotta work
room. My room doesn't need to be totally dark for me to enjoy it either. I can turn on the back lights. Actually, I actually turned on the middle lights the other day. So the whole front is black, right? So the roof is black, and the whole front is going to be black for the first 5 feet. And right now it's painted just to the edge of the screen, but the fabric will come out like 5 more feet.
Yeah.
But I can turn on the middle lights and still get a decent picture out of that out of the NZ8 at 2500 lumens. And to be honest with you, I don't even have the projector. I don't even have the lens power. I only got it on 47%.
Yeah.
That's what I have my
Yeah,
hands on.
and it's one of those things where it depends on, like, okay, even this scenario, 185-inch screen NZ8.
and I could possibly see that depending on his screen gain and how much.
If
you
you're
can
watching Game of Thrones, the darkest of dark scenes, no, that's not. You're not seeing shit. But at the same time, how many movies are you watching that's full dark? It's like I'll be watching, or Jessica will be watching some movies, and I'll be like, oh shit, like, yeah, that's too dark. I was like, I'll let me turn the lights out, But for the most part, I don't even turn the lights out with my Epson. But there's certain movies where it's just like, oh, you're not seeing any of the detail, and I'll have to turn off or dim the backlights, and all of a sudden the detail will show. I'm not saying that the Epson
you
is
increase contrast when you.
yeah, exactly. That's all it is. It's perspective. Contrast isn't just the screen, the bulb. It's also the room.
Mhm.
There's,
For sure.
and that's
No, look,
what-
I can see.
yeah.
And I showed Abe this when he was there. I have the Control 4 switches without a cover on them, and they light up green. And that literally projects onto my screen from the back wall. You can see it.
Mhm.
So it but as soon as I put the cover on it, I'm not going to have that issue. But because they have like kind of like your when you hook an Ethernet cord into your computer or whatever, the green and yellow lights,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it has the same exact thing on those switches.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see when my screen's
So
off.
you
and
can turn those off in the core system.
oh, really?
Yeah. You can go and
Once
turn
I
those
hook
off.
the Control 4 system up, then I'll be able to turn them off.
Yeah, you can turn them off.
Yeah, I was gonna say my Unify stuff. I have the switch. I've turned the switches to boop, like 1%. It's
Well,
like,
those are-
yep, no, I don't want any of those LEDs lighting up any more than they have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. The point is, it's like even just a simple LED
Mhm.
is like you're just like, oh man, I can see that on my screen. Like,
Yeah, when
dang.
you get the room dark enough and your eyes
Yeah.
and your eyes adjust to the
Yeah.
dark of the room and you get all set, yeah, you'll notice it'd be crazy how much you can see. It's the same thing when you go out to like Montana and to away from the city and you can see the stars and when your eyes finally completely dilate
Exactly.
open,
The stars
how
are
many
still
more
there.
stars? Well, how
Yep.
many more stars you can see?
Yep.
As your eyes kind of get used to the darkness.
Exactly.
Same thing in the theater. Then you'll notice if that little light from that light switch is shining on the screen.
I like that analogy. That's a really good one. It's like, the stars are still there, whether you're the same visibility is there, whether you're in LA or friggin', the middle of the desert, the same stars are there emitting the same light. But guess what? In one place you can't see them at all, and in another place you can see the friggin' Milky Way galaxy. So yeah, that's a good point. So
Yeah.
speaking of the galaxy, in what galaxy does Ike have a Perion? Is it this galaxy? Is it Is there a new? Is there a
Oh,
no?
wow.
Milky Way.
Carson Beck just took the lead for Miami. 18 seconds left, fourth
Ooh.
quarter.
Don
Nick.
has 99 problems.
Just walked in for a touchdown, 27-30. What a good game. To go back and rewatch that.
Do we want to talk quickly some CES news, Don?
CES, yeah.
Do you want to do your theater tour or do you want to talk CES? Our guest is until like the week of the 20th, so we could push your theater till next week.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
man. If we're
fine.
pushing this theater, I'm gonna go get another beer. We're gonna talk CES. I'm so bored.
What do you want to do? I don't care either way.
Let's do CES. Let's do it.
Okay.
Well, I have no
All
information
right.
on that one. You guys that's all you guys.
So
I've been paying attention to that one.
I don't know if you guys saw it. I think to me personally, I think that this one, where's it at? Why am I not showing that tab? There we go. That's why I'm not showing that tab. I think that this is a huge announcement because these Onkyo receivers look sexy, man. Look at this.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that yet.
So,
press kit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it integrated receiver or is that a pre-pro?
So one of them is a pre-pro, and then they did come up with some. They did come out with a
Some
couple of
components?
receivers also.
Oh.
Let's see, and a new amplifier. Look at that amplifier. That thing is
It's a little
sexy,
retro.
man.
It reminds me of
Yeah.
the Pioneers. The old Pioneers.
Yeah, they went down the Pioneer route with that one.
Yeah, so Onkyo making a statement, man. I like it because I used to rock the Onkyo in the box system. So I think they did a really good job with redesigning these, and they made a nice comeback with the what was it, the 30, the 50, and the 70. So I mean, and the good news is they are all going to be Dirac with art. So
Nice.
every
Yeah.
one of them is going to be equipped to do art also.
Yeah,
So
they
yeah,
look pretty sweet.
I really thought that for me this is the top news. Now Clips is getting into the game. Well, they already been into the game, but they're getting into the high end game. Look at these speakers by Clips.
Oh. SVS Clips and all of them starting to look. I like that. I like the design of the dome.
Yeah.
What does it remind you of the woofers?
All those the per listens.
Yep.
Speaking of per listen, I don't know if you guys heard, but unfortunately we had a really sudden loss to one of the per listen designers, Dan. So my condolences to his family. definitely a big loss in the loudspeaker industry. So my condolences to him for sure, and his family. So
Yep.
um,
Sad. Was sad.
yeah,
story
for
today.
sure, for sure. He's Dan was responsible for designing a lot of speakers, a lot of different
Very down
speakers.
to earth guy, man.
Yes,
If you
for
ever,
sure.
if you ever had a chance to meet him, very down to earth.
Yep. So once again, thoughts and prayers with his family. But yeah, so yeah, no clips. There's another bookshelf speaker that I couldn't find an image for, but man, they made the
Those
speakers.
look nice. Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely made the speakers look really nice. And then SVS, they came out with some stuff too, right? Soundbar and
swinging, man.
Ooh, soundbar.
Soundbar and subwoofer combo, right?
And the new 3000 series.
Yeah, so a brand new 3000 Evolution series subwoofer.
Mhm.
So yeah, so this is just some of the stuff that I saw from SVS. And this will have you thinking. This next one's going to have you thinking. You're talking about viewing angle, right?
Oh,
Talking about viewing angle. 130-inch micro RGB from Samsung. Do you want to spend 30 grand on that projector? Do you want to spend 50 grand on that projector? Or do you just want to go with the 130-inch micro RGB?
It's still about speaker placement for me, man.
yeah, I
Well,
agree.
look at
That's
this.
bigger placement.
They did open the bottom up with this type of frame that they got.
Yeah, and then my
Yeah, so
my
what am I
dialogue's
supposed to
blowing
do
into
for
my
my
feet.
yeah.
But
I
you
don't
can
want people
angle.
talking at my feet.
You can angle it up.
Well, yeah.
For the
Okay,
first
but
row.
I guess you can
how
hang
much
the
is it
screen
though?
higher.
How much is it? What did they say
So,
there?
so they have another
It's pretty.
model, the 115 that's 30 grand. So I would imagine this is probably going to be in the 60 grand, you
Hey,
know.
Paul, like they say, if you have to ask, you can't afford it, right? It's
But-
gonna be
Well,
expensive.
yeah.
You know,
So-
I haven't
It's
seen an official
Samsung, it's
price
gonna be
on it yet.
expensive, and there's
But-
no Dolby Vision on the damn
Yeah,
thing.
that's interesting, but I'm still at the point to where okay, so Onkyo has a receiver. Did they invent any new thing? Or Onkyo has a receiver? There's another
Stability.
manufacturer that has
Anybody doing roll up LEDs?
Stability, maybe it will
No,
finally be stable.
my point is okay. The new stuff that's coming out. Okay, yeah, there's a new manufacturer making X. There's a new manufacturer making X. Klipsch is making a different design. I think it's cool. I'm not saying it's cool, but for like CES, it's like, is that we're supposed to be introducing new technology at this?
Well, that's just the Onkyo camp. I'm sure there's other vendors that are pushing.
Yeah, to be
Yeah,
honest with you, I
yeah.
didn't see much.
There
too
was
much-
some newer stuff that wasn't audio related that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I didn't see
but
too much
this
AV
isn't audio.
related, right? So
Yeah.
this is what I thought was good, is that the next generation, these will be out in
Do
2027.
they have the 5th foot?
Cutting edge technology, including THX certified Dominus, Direct Art available, and Auracast,
Powercast.
which is their proprietary, you know.
Yeah.
No thing.
System.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, no, I mean, I like the new look, the new aesthetics more
It's
than
nice.
you
It's
know.
looking closer to a boring Trinov that the buyer never actually looks at and doesn't care about.
I don't think this looks like a Trinoff. I think this more looks like a Lindorf, to be honest with you.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, okay, whatever. It's slightly different.
So with a big digital display, and you know,
Yeah.
so that's what I had for CES. I don't know if you guys saw anything else. Sound off in the comments if you saw anything else. I you know, I didn't see a whole lot, truthfully. You know, as far as AV related.
I love the looks of the new clips. You know,
Those are nice. Yeah.
they're amazing, and some of their you know, DJ-ish looking things.
I know AWOL came out with a new projector too. So
They look cool as all get out. You know what I mean?
A new
I'm just like,
projector? They will?
but it's nothing new. Now, if they're selling, their stuff at relatively the same prices, it's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, that's amazing. I will be impressed. And Onkyo owns, or Eclipse owns Onkyo, so it's only part and partial that all that stuff is kind of. I hope it's better for the consumer, but there wasn't anything that I was like,
Oh, short throw.
whoa, that's new. What's happening?
It's a short throw projector.
yeah. So AWOL's a short throw.
Okay.
So they came out with the new projector here. Try to see what the details are on it here. Let's see.
Big reveal.
Kirk Cousins, he comes and installs it for you.
Yeah, I guess.
Means it's not going to work.
Let's see. Let's see if it gives us some learn more on this.
RGB is the new thing. It's so funny because RGB is like, what's RGB technology?
It was actually an old technology that they brought back.
50s? Is that 50s? RGB was a thing. Like,
Mhm. So there's now a rainbow effect that you can do with this, turn it on and off. I think the Valerian Max has that also to help you with the rainbow effect. BT 2020, 110%. Right, Rick. IMAX Enhanced.
Dolby Vision. Game.
Dolby Vision. I'm trying to get some lumens to see what the lumens are.
DTS:X.
And what size screen you can go to here.
Man, I can tell just by looking at this, they AI'd most of their photos. They didn't even.
Yeah, they did. It almost
Oh,
reminds
wait, I'm
me.
seeing that exact.
I know
same
AWOL is
thing
a real company,
in
but
different
sometimes I look
colors
at
and
these websites,
hues.
reminds me of those like white van scam websites.
Yep. Like that's
But even though it's a
hilarious.
legit company, it's just, but it's like
Sapphire glass. Let's see. Pixel lock. Oh, yeah. Pixel lock technology is the new technology.
Mm.
I'm not sure exactly what it does. It says preventing drifting and keeping every pixel locked in place.
Seems like that should be
Wait,
standard
what?
operating
What is
procedure
that
how you build a
motion?
TV.
What?
Mhm.
That's,
Motion
that's,
blur or what?
oh my god.
I think there's a lot of marketing here.
That's so contradicting to how that works.
So up to 200 inches. That's big. I know that the max was 150 for them before, and they're talking about that you can put this projector a lot closer to the wall than you used to be able to.
Well,
Really?
that's pretty cool.
That's interesting.
6,001 native contrast is good.
I don't know. I'm a skeptic. I have to see that one in action. It's a show next.
Enhanced black levels. I didn't see an actual lumens yet. 110% of Rec 2020.
You're gonna get in trouble. It
Let's
reached.
see.
All right.
VRR
Yeah.
on a projector. Wow.
Very variable.
Yeah.
I that whole, to me, as an old mega old school gamer, variable. Why you got to be variable?
Nah,
Why
you
not
need-
just
you
always
need- you
have
need- you need that, man.
240 or like, that means, oh, we can't actually do it at this frame rate all the time. We have to vary it.
Well, all the TVs went to variable also. So
Well, yeah, again, that's a marketing thing. It to me, it's one of those marketing things. It's like, because when it comes to gaming, the higher the refresh rate, the better, right? But variable just means we can go higher sometimes, we can go lower sometimes. Well, wait a minute. Well, I don't.
So there we go. 3,300 lumens.
Yeah, because the developers are no longer developing games at fixed frame rate.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like variable.
really
means
doesn't
variable.
make-
It's like, well, I might only be giving you five frames a second.
Yeah,
And during the action, I may be giving you 4, but during this still photo, I'm giving you 280. I'm just like that. To me, that's all, that in itself is just
Supports Dolby
Mark.
Vision, Dolby Vision Gaming, IMAX Enhanced.
mm.
This is what's good. I mean, up to 200 inches is good.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. Be excited to see it. I know that Hisense came out with one that's 5,000 lumens a couple weeks back, I believe.
Well, how many lumens? So that's the thing. How many lumens? Lumen brightness versus. We should do that. We should do like how many lumens versus contrast do you need to enjoy 90% of the content that exists? That's a tough one.
All right. Ike, go give us a preview.
No, they're screaming for you, Ike. In the
No
Go,
talk.
go give us a
wanting,
preview.
they want
Just
some
walk.
Ike.
Yeah, walk.
They're wanting
through.
some Ike action. That's what they want.
Do some walkthrough, man. just a quick walkthrough. Yeah.
Give them a teaser for next week.
We'll put a drum roll for Ike. Ah.
Mm.
Oh, no sound.
Mm.
Ike, you mute. I think it's there.
Don't add me in. I'm not
Oh,
even.
you're already at
Don't add me in yet. He said, "Don't add me in. I got this pink
All right.
giant schlong in my face.
You don't want everybody to see your blanket. I understand.
Purple. Yeah, it's purple. It's purple. One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. Yeah. Oh my God. SC Audio. Who is that guy? Ban that guy.
Audio.
Yeah, ban that guy. What's he doing in here?
Who?
Oh, gosh. How can you not account for the quarterback? Let Miami walk in and win that thing.
Yeah.
Still watch that game, huh?
I'm not a Miami fan, so.
But he's watching it, but
Painfully, it sounds like.
I root for everybody other than Miami.
he's like
Whoever they play.
again.
Well, I'm obligated to root for the Saints just because I'm from Louisiana, but it's very painful too. So
Ike is ready. Let me add him to the stage. We can't hear him.
Can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you
Okay.
now. There we go.
Yeah, you have to add me first before.
There we go. All right. All you guys,
Wow.
Are you gonna go? Are you gonna go full screen?
you're full screen, sir.
Oh, I might.
Holy moly. Those are
Okay.
huge.
So this is what I am going to call the Hyperion Audio Room. Special thanks to Hyperion for not sponsoring this, but sending the speakers in for review. But basically, they sent me 5 of them. And I had to create a room for them, right? Because I have in-wall speakers in my theater. So, but let's go straight to it. Just check out the design of these things, man.
Yeah, those look gorgeous.
Wow. It's a ribbon tweeter going horizontally.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. So the way they're designed is you can place them you can place them horizontally or vertically. So if you can see what I did here is I placed the left and the right vertically, and I take the same speaker and I just turn it the other way because I needed the space, right?
Mhm.
Between the TV and the stand. So, man, dude, when I say I love my monoliths, but man, if I can get 9 of these speakers, I will do so much work in the theater, and these are going to be my speakers. Man.
Well, it sounds like you're just 4 short.
I know, right? Because so I have 3 of the on walls, right? And then they also sent me 2 of the in walls,
Okay.
which at just about the same powerful look.
Oh wow. Oh
Very
man.
nice.
Very nice. Yeah.
These in walls weigh probably like 40 pounds or so.
Wow.
They got
Hmm.
weight on them, man. Yep. So I got that, and I have them. I don't. So I try to put them on the sides, but I ran into some issues with the studs. The design is just, it doesn't just fit into my 2x4 studs, or I guess the studs in this particular room.
Right.
So I just put them at the back for just for the rare surrounds.
Okay.
And then I guess might as well give you guys a total room. And then I also have the Hyperion Audio E7 power amplifiers. These, by the time I'm done with my videos, the B-rolls for my video this week, I am moving this thing to my home theater, man. It's replacing my trusty OSD 5-channel amps. I'm
Oh
moving.
wow.
Oh yeah.
That much of a difference?
Yeah. Interestingly, I don't know how you measure performance or how do you measure amplifiers, but I can just tell
So,
that this is
question for you:
different.
is it because it's powering the amp, the Aperions, or I guess you'll figure that out once you
I'll figure
move it.
that out,
Yeah.
So, but I don't remember the specs offhand, but when I go back to my desk, we can pull up
Yeah.
the specs, and I'm actually working on a video for it too. But it's I like just the design you can see with the lights, and it's very simple, very well built. I think it's about 70 pounds. I might be wrong. It's a beefy amplifier.
Which one is it?
The E7,
E7. Okay, let me take a look here.
Hyperion Audio E7
Yeah,
power amp.
I'm on their website now.
Yep. And then I'm running the rest of the room with the Player One 8K Revolution. And then I have the Denon 3800.
270 watts, all channels driven. That's a good amplifier.
Yeah.
4
It-
ohms.
Yep. It's pretty beefy so it's going to take place in my rack. I think I have two OSD. I have a pair of OSD 3-channel amps. So I'm probably just going to remove
Did
both
they
of them
make
from the rack.
a rack face for it?
I believe so. I'll
Because it looks a
probably
little bit
ask.
smaller than 17 inches. I'm so wondering if they make a rack face for it, rack shelf for it.
I'll probably reach out and ask, but I'm just going to
I'm
replace.
sure they do.
Yeah.
Oh, they have 3, 5, 7.
Yeah. They
And
have
then
357.
Yeah, and then they have a high energy pro 2-channel.
Yep.
So that's it's probably like a direct DR model, and then also a 3-channel high fidelity. Let me see what that is. 600 watts per channel. So yeah, it reminds me of the Emotiva lineup that they have. 3, 5, and 7, and then they have the high energy pro with 600 watts per channel going into 8 ohms for 3 channels, all driven. Yep, it's exactly like the Emotiva lineup.
Yep. And look, when you listen to music with this stuff, even without the subwoofers, because I have one of the SVS PB 2000 Pros in here, because it's a small room, it's like 13 by 12, so I don't need that many subwoofers in there. But listening to these guys just without subwoofers for music is very, very impressive.
Hmm.
I mean, with those woofer size, just check this out.
Is that 6.5?
Yeah, I think so.
5.5.
Don, you can look it up for me, but yeah. And then just
Let me see. On wall. Let me find the on wall speakers by type tower. Subwoofer super tweeters custom install.
and they have different ones. I think this is the 6.5. Is it 6 or 8? I don't ever remember, but
I'm gonna say 6.5.
When we get back to when you get back,
and then they have the 8. So yeah, just with the way, look, I would have moved this to the theater, if I had a way of putting them, but obviously I have in walls, so there's definitely no way for me to. But they could be side surrounds. I don't mind. As much as I want speakers inside the room. Now, basically, for this room, I'm going to be using it for a lot of my speaker reviews as I get them. And
Dual
then,
6.5s.
yeah,
I thought, yeah.
They have dual 8s too.
yeah, they have the dual 8s. Yeah, they were actually going to send me that. I was like, nope, that looks like it's just going to be too big for the room that I wanted.
No, that's fine. The 6.5 you got for that. Is your
Yeah.
theater room much bigger, or was about the same size as this room?
Oh no, my theater is much bigger. My theater is 22 by 20
So
or
maybe you put the 8s in there.
Yeah, so, but mostly what we do here, I have this old Samsung TV that I'm gonna replace. I'm working on replacing that. And we mostly just play games, VR, PlayStation. It's basically the kids' playroom that I converted into a demo room. So I gotta let them play with it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. I guess
Yeah,
I can
give
walk. I can
yourself a
follow you guys to the theater. Yeah, so this is my theater 8. It's much
It's bigger. Yeah. So
uh,
cool. So yeah.
yep, and I got this sweet babies. I need to get my video out for these, man. These are just fantastic. Man.
The SVS,
Yep,
the Titans. Yeah.
they're just built beautifully, and they're going downstairs once I'm done with the review. Because
Wow.
Yeah, I remember you
the
talk. I
madame
remember.
has decided that it's.
I remember you talking months ago that your wife bought like a new white console and everything
Yep.
else.
She did, so it's going downstairs
So
next week.
my gosh, these
It's
speak.
staying. It's not going.
At least my theater progress is just as fast as your review process.
Yeah, because you know what? I actually take my time to review the speakers. I don't listen to them in 1 week and tell you that they're the best thing out there, right?
You want to put them through the paces a little bit.
They're broken in. They're worn out, is what they are.
Yep. And this is the rack as of January 2026. Who knows?
There you
Something
go.
might change.
Your 2026 theater tour.
I know. And you have the legendary Oppo 203
Oppo, there you
sitting
go.
up there. This is the Revolution Player Pro 8K, the latest brand new one. It
Yep.
comes with the dual drive bay.
That's nice.
I'm currently reviewing that. And I have the trusty OSD 5-channel. And that's the amp for the SVS 3000 in-wall speakers. And then you can see another OSD. I have way too many OSDs. And then
You can never have enough OSDs. OSD's
I know,
a good
right?
company, man.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. And then I have the AVM 70.
And pre-pro.
And this is probably the best upgrade that I made in 2025.
Wonder who told you that.
Bad guy.
I told you that would be the best thing in your rack.
Yep. And then I have the Summit Hi-Fi A7. This is also another powerful amplifier that is not spoken too much about, but it is amazing. And it has the whole classic, I have it turned off now, but it has the whole light patterns or whatever. What's that old
like
school?
A graphic equalizer?
Yeah, the EQ stuff that plays while you're using it. And then
so what amp is that running or pushing? What is supporting speakers? That amp for your main?
It's doing my heights. So
heights
yeah, my LCRs are running on the 3-channel OSD because I just wanted.
You got LCRs on that. You got surrounds on that other OSD.
Yeah, on the other two
OSD.
OSD.
Subs on the SBS.
Yep. And then I have my 6 heights on this, so there's an extra free channel on that. But once I'm done with the Hyperion, I'm going to bring that and find a place for it here.
Hmm. And what's your in-wall speakers in the back there? What I saw them in what are your in-wall surround? What are those right there?
These are the Modern Leads THX
Oh, okay.
365.
The
So
soft dome.
that's what I have
I
across
like
the
soft
room.
dome. You like soft dome?
Yeah, I do.
I do too. I have a preference for soft. I mean, the ribbon's good. Very nice.
If
But you gotta
God
be
is
very honest.
God likes his ribbons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I partial to soft dome as well. Even though
Problem with soft domes is it's hard to get a good soft dome that can hit reference.
well,
Yeah, you have a point there. But
yeah. Well, that's why they, like JBL does a lot of compression loaded horns and that stuff,
Mhm.
and I love them. But I still have a soft spot for soft domes.
and then I'm reviewing these guys, and to me, these are like a steal for subwoofers in the home theater space, man. The SW15s from Stack Sound,
Hmm.
they are small but mighty. That's if you can have enough of them in the room, right? So you obviously don't want to run. I currently have 3 of them
Which
in
ones are those?
the SW15s from Stack Sound.
Stacks out. Okay, you got one in the front, one in the back.
Yeah, I have 3 of these in the
3 of
theater.
them.
Those are the best.
Budget friendly subs you can ever
Yes.
buy.
Hmm. I would agree.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're what, sub $600.
Hmm. Sometimes you get a buy one get one special.
And you have
Yep.
on the RLX Subdued, right?
Yep.
Subdued. Yeah, I know that.
I have them on the RLX,
Yeah.
and yep. But these are like the cheapest and budget friendly subwoofers that you can get. They're amazingly built, So I have them, and probably just gonna end up, replacing. I have just one more that is not. I have just one more SVS here that I'm just gonna end up replacing. Hey, Paul, look,
Sounded
Paul is not here. Stepped away.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, just showing you your goal.
I got the 4K of it. I gotta watch it again.
Music.
Yeah, you gotta watch it again. Yes, you do.
Mhm.
Giving you guys a tour, man.
I watched
This is. I probably
Back in the
missed
studio.
one there.
That is the studio.
Your SVS, was that a
You got them soft boxes. Those big old soft boxes. Big
was
ones.
your SVS a sealed or it looked ported?
It's ported, but I have to port whatever inside.
Plugged, yeah.
And then I got my little. I need to move this out of the way. I got my turntable set up. Are you guys getting feedback?
Very
Yeah,
little.
little.
Just
for
a
that
little
one
right now.
second,
Okay.
I think, when you-
Because I'm
when you-
yeah. So as you can see, I have my little turntable RC Audio Technical.
Those are also Stark speakers too, right?
Yes, and I'm actually getting the brand new ones that just got released for review.
Hey, what
next week.
DVD is that? Is that what is that on the top of the speaker over there on the right? Oh, okay. I didn't recognize it.
Man, he's hardcore sounding. He's got the soundtrack on the LP, on the record, on the album.
There we go.
And,
All right.
Cool.
and
Looking good, man.
Yeah.
I'm a
That's a
student
good
in-
turntable, that Audio Technica. I've got a Project Debut.
Yep, and I got the
What you
wing
You
and
got
the
the
Fosse audio
Fosse
That's
audio amplifier.
Oh,
Very
nice.
nice.
and the
Nice.
Weem.
Yeah, I need to get the Weem myself.
Is
I
that
want
the
to get the
Win
new.
Pro?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Weem Ultra, the brand, the
Oh, the
latest.
Ultra. Okay, and that's the Fosse. Okay,
That's
I
pretty
like the
cool.
Fosse one. That's
Nice,
pretty
nice
cool.
little compact unit right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm using to power the Audio Technica. And then, hey, I'm a student of U.S. military history. You can see all my books.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Check you out.
There you
I
go.
have so many classic World War II books and even handwritten letters by generals from World War II.
Hmm.
It's a lot. Yeah. So, yeah, it's my little office. And
Oh, There you go.
Got the Thor hammer.
Yep. Hey man,
Got to drop the hammer on him.
I know. And then I got too many stuff that I'm reviewing, and some that I can show, and others that I cannot show. Yeah. So this is my little studio.
Very nice.
Cool, man. Very nice.
Look, I have the PS5 Pro, the brand new one that came out. I haven't even.
Why are
turned
you
it on.
advertising a foot massager right now?
Yeah, that's TV.
Yeah, it's been on the whole time. Like, you know, I think that might be his secret. You know,
Is he a foot
entrepreneur.
fetish guy?
Well, I don't know about that.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
He's
I'm
got
getting
money
outta
in
here.
Yeah,
Oh
look at
That's
these
nice,
feet.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, cool, man. That was great.
Yeah, those Aperions, they look nice for sure. They did a good job with the setup in there.
Well, my only
They
question
sound
was
even better than they look. Man.
the center channel. You had it horizontally placed, but aren't they the same width and height?
So
It looked like they
they
were the
are,
same
but
width and height. So
because
why
of
wouldn't
the
you?
TV.
So let's take a look at the
So for the TV, I have different space. So the space between the cabinet and the TV wouldn't allow me to.
But aren't they rectangular? So you would place them. You know, you'd place this.
I didn't want it so.
it may offset because if you hang them in the center.
Yeah. But you're not gonna notice an offset. So like this design of speaker, right? Like it's very unilateral, horizontal. It's almost rectangular, right? Unless you just cannot squeeze it in vertically, you would put it in that position and put the tweeter in the middle. You're not going to notice. It's humanly impossible to notice aesthetically.
Well, also,
Aesthetics is
I
one
put it
thing.
that way mostly because
They show
of
it
the
like this.
Aesthetics. If you say aesthetics, okay, yep.
But
No, I
should
put
be
it. I
the-
put it
should
because
the
of the
Maybe
ribbon-
on that,
distance. It's
but-
because of the distance between the TV. So when the
Yeah.
kids are gaming, right, we usually will bring the TV out for them.
Shouldn't
Right.
ribbons be?
Wow, look at
they should be
this.
displayed vertically, right? They should be.
Well, according to this,
They
they
should.
have them turn
No,
horizontally.
they
also.
said you can put it in both. That
No.
in both.
But
Yeah,
pro-
I
yeah, I
think
thought they were. I thought. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I always thought they should be. That could be wrong.
they should be vertically, but the thing is, if you look at that ribbon tweeter, it's also very, and that was my question is that ribbon tweeter. Normally, a ribbon tweeter is a little bit taller, but what are you giving up on vertical versus horizontal dispersion in that particular scenario? You know, because there's always compromises, right? And
Well, they have a narrow vertical dispersion, but they have a wide horizontal dispersion typically. right?
well, but if that's the case, then you wouldn't be able to place this horizontally. Right? See what I'm saying?
I don't remember. I don't remember the.
No,
so
yeah.
nuances. I
They have
remember
they
the
have a
two.
really good horizontal, right? If the by default, if the ribbon tweeters elongated that way, they have an amazing
You see this?
horizontal.
AMT tweeter boasts a sensitivity of 103 dB.
Holy shit! Damn.
The speaker-
Wow.
Yeah, the sensitivity is 94, right?
Yeah, the sensitivity of the whole speaker
Oh,
is
the whole speaker is
94.
94 dB.
But the
right.
AMT tweeter is 103 dB sensitive.
Mm.
My gosh.
Yeah.
94 is high.
Exactly.
Reaching 40 kilohertz.
Do you hear any hum
No.
in the speakers? Wow.
Oh.
Mm.
Soft mid range.
I like Aperion. I like Aperion audio. They're
Yeah, like,
pretty good.
I'm really surprised. I mean,
They
in
have
the- in the-
amazing
I
man.
think in
Some
the
of their
custom integrator world.
I mean, look,
yeah.
look at
But-
this lineup here. I mean, wait till I go back here. Look at this. I mean,
Wow.
that's
Look at the on walls, the vertical ones too. Like they even have the in walls, man.
It's just interesting. I haven't looked at the Pyrean in a long while, but those look pretty good. And definitely, I can see they're going for the cinema market.
Mhm.
Yeah,
No
that's
frills. These are meant to be in a baffle wall or in the wall.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
Shit,
that's
I wouldn't be
check
opposed
those
to
out.
trying them in my theater for sure.
Yeah, I kind of want to check them out too. I mean,
well,
but-
yeah, Mr. AMT, himself,
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
Emma.
like you see where you are, that T80, those are the ones that if I wanted for the LCR, if I replace mine, those are the ones I'll go for. The
Hmm.
T80 just
The
right
T80s
there.
right here. Yeah,
Yep.
the dual 8s.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, if you click on that one, check out the specs for that one.
Oh, look at that.
Those
I like the
remind
way
me.
they
Those
look, man.
remind me of the one that Chuck has.
yeah,
RBHs.
RBH, yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they look similar to the one Chuck has. Yeah.
That's a good
94 dB.
mid tweeter and woofers on them. So yeah.
I'd like to hear those.
Yeah, for sure.
And the three-way designs too. So it's like
Next
yep.
senior, we have to go check that
Check out
out.
the weight of that stuff. 50 pounds.
50 pounds. Jeez.
49 pounds. 4-in walls, man.
Yeah.
49 freaking
Have a
pounds.
back box too.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
sealed.
that's nice.
Yeah, there's the
It's
back box.
sealed.
Look at that.
That's good. A sealed back box. That's great.
Uh-huh.
Hey, look at that. See,
That's the only way. to do it.
zoom in on that picture. They have the terminal ports right there and a recess.
Yeah,
But
and you can choose between if you want to do them on wall or in walls. Even though they're designed as in
okay.
walls, you can still mount them on wall and then just change the terminal connections for on wall.
Mm.
Wow.
yeah, yeah, I've been doing a lot of on the
Yeah,
front.
because it's
front walls,
sealed
doing
back, right?
baffle
So you
walls.
can. Yep.
Nice.
I like this 103 dB sensitive for that air motion tweeter. I mean, it would only take. I mean,
That's just for the tweeter, though.
yeah, I understand, but you're already at reference. I mean, level 2, you're already at reference. From a meter, from 3 feet away, 2 feet away.
You'd have to listen to it at 1 inch away from.
Well, not inch. That this should be measured at a meter, 2 meters
1
away.
meter.
Correct. 1 or 2 meters.
Yeah, at 1 watt. 1 watt at 1
Correct.
meter. So, but you got to remember.
You drop 3 dB every.
No. It's nothing to do with that. That's by itself with no crossover, no components interfering with it. Now, because you could spec out something like that, but
Is that the internal design? Oh,
you design something that's extremely efficient at the higher frequencies, right?
Mhm.
But which sure, that's easy to do, but it's always component specific. But if you insert 200 hertz at that thing, relative to everything else, is it producing 200 hertz? No, it's not. So I don't understand why they would do
They
just.
got a full lineup, dude.
Why would you do an AMT? Why would you do just this one frequency that I can produce?
yeah,
It's
they
at
have a
107
variety
Since
of. Look at that one, that T87. Check out the price of that sucker.
wow, holy crap,
Hmm.
that thing looks amazing. That looks cool as shit.
Is that a side port?
3-way quad 8.
Those are handles, so you can.
Is that a port on the side of that, or is that a handle?
Yeah, it looks like a.
It's probably a port, but it looks like
probably
a
a port.
handle. It's so big.
There's a port on the front. I just saw.
No, it is a
horizontal.
handle.
Oh, it
There's
is
a
a
handle.
handle. Oh my god,
Okay.
I was just
The handle.
joking.
I don't even want to know what that thing weighs, man.
And it's
Scroll
got a
down
You're
more.
moving it. You're
It's
moving
front
it
ported.
so many times, right?
It's got
What
it's
does it
got
weigh,
it's
man?
got 4 8s in it.
Jeez.
Shit, that looks nice.
That is cool.
I could definitely go with 3 of those for my front stage.
Jeez.
Those are 8-inch drivers. 4
1400 watts peak power. Look at that.
122
Okay.
pounds.
How much does that one weigh?
122 pounds.
Wow.
Okay, Aperian. I'm ready.
Yeah, he wants those demos. He wants
I
that
want
as
to
his
demo
demo.
those.
Wow.
Mm, that's
That's
Interesting.
pretty. And that is a
Where
Look
is
at the-
Aperion Audio out of? Where are these made?
I think
Oh,
they
I'm sure they-
use
Silver-
the-
Where's this
think
company
they're
at?
Utah.
I'm
What's it about? They're in Oregon.
Oregon.
Oregon. Okay. Portland. Okay, they're not too far down the road from Triad.
Whenever
Triads
the
out-
first
used to
time
be
I
out there.
heard Aperion Audio, it was from Will Wheaton. I don't know.
Oh
if you know
wow,
who-
look at these super tweeters. Holy cow.
Yeah, they got this super tweeter thing from what was it? Digital Trends, not Digital Trends. It was I don't remember. It was one of the super nerdy shows I used to watch. And then Will Wheaton kind of spawned off from it, and he had these like Aperion Audios.
I
Ah,
think of Will Wheaton.
well,
think of the
I know,
episode of Family Guy.
I know
Yeah.
Elon reviewed these also.
Yeah, and then Home
Yeah.
Theater Gamer, Brad.
So yeah, I'd love to hear these.
Yeah,
So-
they're really impressive. I wish I could walk them find a way to put them into my, especially the LCR, and just swap.
Well, I mean, if you can put them on wall, you can definitely do it. You just got to build the screen out just a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's what it. But I'll lose additional room.
No, you won't lose room. You could just shadow box it. You know, you can just build it out.
You
and-
know, like okay, yeah, look like similar to what I
Yeah.
did on my sound surrounds when I picked
Mhm.
that box, but it's gonna
Exactly.
be inside. You know, that's
Mhm.
true.
you can either do them underneath or you don't have an AT screen, right? No, you do have an
I
AT
have an
screen.
AT
You know,
screen,
Miguel
so-
used to have Aperion Audio.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
He switched over to RBH.
So you measured them before then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know you probably got about just as many measurements of his place as yours.
Oh, I have more of his than I do mine.
Found a way to just make that come out.
I set that one up for a slam dunk. That was a nice alley oop.
Yeah.
Found
Well,
a
you
way.
know, when you got to get out the forceps and the tweezers, it's harder to measure. So, you know, you're trying to get accurate. You know?
All right, yeah. Appearing, we're not always the most professional.
Yeah, so I should
No,
have.
he really
I should
liked
have
them.
the videos just.
You
reviewing
should-
them
you
out,
should
so
look-
Hopefully,
show-
you guys will still watch the videos when they come
So
out.
show some of the
Oh, absolutely.
some of the there you go. Those things are
Yeah, they have those
amazing.
floor standing ones that most people are used to.
Yeah.
The on walls and the in walls are part of their theatrust line, which
Yeah,
is like the
yep,
home
yep.
theater.
those are the ones.
Then they have the expensive class, you know.
Yeah.
That
Those are what
grandest-
he had. Those fancy cherry finished.
Oh, okay. So he had the towers.
Yeah, he had. Well, not. Yeah, basically that and the center channel. I forgot which model. He had the smaller versions of those. Yeah, that the curve that. He still has he sold. Yeah, that's what he has. The second one. Yeah, he had that whole
Okay.
that lineup. Right. Yeah.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
yeah, he
so
liked
give
they
it-
have from budget friendly all the way to
Yeah, I have to give them a look. I
Premium
haven't looked at them. I've
expensive.
heard of them a long time ago, but I hadn't really paid attention to them. in
but they're
years,
all well built just by looking at them.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, they add an extra like 5 layers of gloss on theirs, so they don't cheap out.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
And when you talk about are they actually made of HDF? Those things, the weight they got, man, is not even
Probably so if they're that heavy.
Yep.
I gotta go check them out, man. That's pretty interesting.
Anti-sealed.
So you're working on a review of those right now.
So
Those not out
LCR.
yet, right, Ike?
Yeah. I should have put it
Okay.
out, but I realized I messed up my audio.
Oh, yeah, I look forward to seeing that because I'm kind of curious what you discover about it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. You know, they're fun speakers. I would easily make them my.
Now, are they
primary-
made in their factory in Oregon, or those? I imagine that line is probably made in Oregon, right?
That is
Because they're
my
probably the
unders-
less
my
lines usually
understanding
don't.
is that- Yeah, my understanding is that they're. Yeah.
Those are coming from Oregon. Okay, from their lab.
All right. Very
Well,
good.
I'm calling it a night. I've had my beers.
I'm gonna go watch some more of The Shy.
Yeah. So it's always fun hanging out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, let's before we close, let's talk about all that great YouTube stuff. So please like, share, and subscribe to all of our channels.
We need guests,
We
guys.
need, yeah,
please.
right. Yeah. And then also, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, please shoot us an email at hometheaterhublive@gmail.com. Look, I'm working on coming up with a way that you won't have to be on camera, right? So we'll just show your theater. If you just want to send pictures in, if you want to talk live, if you want to just send pictures in to us, maybe we can walk through the pictures. We can just have like a phone conversation with you prior to the show. We have a phone conversation with you about the theater, and then we'd still be happy to showcase your theater. I've been thinking about this, if you're camera shy, you don't want to be on the camera, and you want to submit us some pictures, by all means, I'm open to going through and just looking at kind of like we did today. I mean, we pretty much pulled everything off the internet, right? So it's no different.
Hey,
And
you know
we
what?
can
And I
just
may have
complicate it
some
for you.
guests lined up for you that I need to share with
we
you.
could we could
guys.
go as far as to, if you were that shy, it's like, hey, what do you want to say? Type it up, and
Correct.
we'll have AI voice your voice. It's
Yeah.
that
So
simple.
see those guys, but yeah, no.
What do you want to
Seriously,
sound like?
if you want to showcase your theater, just and you don't want to be a guest on the show, just shoot us an email, and we'd be happy to go over it. Describe what you got. Just shoot us a list of your equipment. If you got build pictures, that's fantastic too, and we can just go through it, and maybe we can have a conversation on the phone prior to us going on the show, so you can tell us what you want us to convey about your theater. So just opening it up, for the new year, to not have to be live if you don't want to.
Yep.
So once again, shoot us an email at hometheaterhublive@gmail.com. Please like, share, and subscribe to all of the channels. I'm still on my road to 1,000. I don't post anything other than these. Eventually, I'm going to break some of the stuff down and get to that point. But appreciate all of you guys watching. Once again, thoughts and prayers to Dan Romer's family. Was a really heart-shaking loss. I don't know him personally, but it's definitely a big influence on the community. So, thoughts and prayers and condolences to the family for sure. All right, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Have a good one.
Till next time. Cheers.